What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Yimbo. Welcome to my channel, Yimbo Reviews Everything. And this is my Sunday night podcast where we talk about life and toys. It is Yimbo Buys Everything. I am so excited tonight. I have a special guest that I'm going to be bringing out in just a minute. I'm setting up my second camera. We have a lot of fun stuff. So there we go. Whoop, second camera. There we go. A little preview of some stuff to talk about tonight. Thank you, everybody, for already hanging out in the chat. This is amazing. And I will get to say hi to all of you once I bring on the man of the hour. It is First Strike Figs, my man Josh. I cannot wait. So I'm going to bring him in right now. And then we're going to go through his page and we're going to start picking his brain about all the wonderful things he does with toy photography. Josh! First Strike Figs, what's going on, brother?
Hey, man. Hello. Good afternoon. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm great, man. It's the end of April. May rises, and
it's gonna be May.
I almost did a reel of it today. I was real close.
I know. I can't. Yeah. I mean, like, because we're around the same age, right? Or no?
We are. Yeah, we are.
Okay. So like, we grew up. Like, I had instinct. I think it was my baseball team. I was so like into like Aerosmith and grunge rock and all of that stuff. And I guess I got caught up in the goofiness of like the Popular Bros being into NSYNC, and then I bought like No Strings Attached, and then I was just bumping it all around.
Hey,
like my senior year of high school.
That's everybody's got their own thing, Senior year of high school, you were rocking NSYNC, and I was just getting into a band called At the Drive-In. So very different.
There you go.
Hey, I still appreciate some NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. So,
I hear you, man. So what state are you in? Just so I know.
I am in Oregon.
Okay.
But it's a beautiful 5 p.m. here.
But
nice.
All right.
I'm originally from upstate New York. So
cool.
I'm a transplant. Yeah.
I got you. You do have a very East Coast vibe. That's why, because this is not the first time we've gotten to hang out, and like, so I know, like you definitely have more of an East Coast edge to you.
Oh yeah, there's no West Coast in this blood at all.
There you go. Yeah. How is Oregon? Is that a neat state to live in? Is it?
It's cool, man. It's been like 9 years, I think we've been here.
Okay.
So it's been a while. Beautiful state. If you're into outdoorsy stuff, and adventurous stuff, it's like your Mecca, right?
Yeah.
If you're into beer, it's a Mecca. You like coffee, it's like a Mecca. If you're into homelessness, it's a Mecca. You can come here and you can get into that too. So the city of Portland's a little rough, but I'm like 30 minutes outside of it. But,
okay.
I love it. It's nice. If you want to go skiing in a day, you can. In the same day, you can go surfing. Same day, you can go to the desert. It's pretty crazy, like what the state offers. It's beautiful for sure.
I was gonna say, unlike New Jersey, I always joke that like everything's 45 minutes away. I mean, not really, but like you could get to the beach in like an hour. But then like, I guess New York in an hour. But that's about I guess that's it. Those are two pretty good things, I guess.
Not too bad.
But we have some friends in the chat already. Sequential Plastic, what's going on? Zach, he's saying Yimbo and Josh, hello. And then, can't forget Cody. So Zach, I don't know if you've been checking out TooMuchNewToys, but Cody has been my toy correspondent, and at the end of streams, he's been sending in videos to it's like I said, I never expect anybody watching all all the stuff.
Great. Yeah,
but awesome. He's so hilarious. His stuff is so good. Like I love it, and I'm like honored that he wants to like have his stuff on here. It's just great. So
it's fantastic. Yeah.
Tonight, he's got a new NECA unboxing for us. So if you want to stick around and react along with me.
Me too.
And here he is. Hey, read that as Yimbo Josh as a new form. I like that. The super form. There we go. 88 Figs is in the house. What's going on, man? Wyatt Conversate Bricks. Hello, brother. Thank you for joining us tonight. Retro Rooster. What's going on, Danny? Thank you for joining us. Carlos Cal the Collector. Hello. My brother-in-law's in the house. What's going on? Yeah, got the this is when I would get my hair cut. It's been a little bit. I had that long hair. You met me when I had the long hair, right? Or no?
I did.
Yeah. That was such a trip. I blew everybody's minds when I cut it down. I'm like, no, this is like my more like natural state. Like I do every once in a while think about it again. I started getting the long hair before this haircut. I was like, I can throw it out.
Pandemic, man. I grew it for 3 years and I don't know what to do now. It's just there. It's like a thing. Yeah. So.
Dude. I mean, you rock it. You own it.
You got to,
Oh yeah. So Clint Asic's in the house. What's going on, Clint? Unworthy Collector. I'm a total First Strike fan. Me too, man. Oh,
You boot people.
Talk all about your stuff, man. That's what we're going to be doing. Rabbit's Den Collectibles in the house. What's going on, brother? No Chewing. What's going on, my fellow toy daddy?
Wow.
Oh, Captain McKay. What is going on? Just so everybody knows, Captain McKay. So again, like obviously hang out with us tonight. But as you're looking for more awesome toy content on the Machu Toy YouTube channel on Between Two Sentinels, Captain McKay was a guest with Machu and J Shot, and it was awesome. So definitely recommend going to watch those at some point this week if you haven't already. And Roman Toys in the house. What's going on, dude? And Cody, the honors one. No, it's all mine, man. It's all mine. So, Josh, as more people come in, we'll get to say hello to them. But where to start? Here, I think I want to throw this up for us first. And this is all about you right now. Here we go. Whoop. I'm going to switch that camera. Yes. How neat was this? The non-artistic.
Man, Robert is such a cool guy. And he's so like in the stuff he's doing for like promotion of like the toy photography community is just insane. So when he reached out, he was like, "Hey, do you want to be involved?" I was like, yeah, I want to do that for sure. And he was like, just pick a picture that you like and that you want to, kind of show off. And that's my favorite one that I've taken. And I think it's just because I'm a little biased because I think it's like my favorite figure that's released like in forever. Right.
Fair,
so
yeah.
I had to grab that picture and it's just one of my favorites. And it's a little dark in terms of like the pic, but man, it was just, I had to throw it on there. And I was actually throwing some ideas at Robert, and I hope in the future waves we can do something cool. But if you remember like the old Marvel Universe cards, you'd flip it around and you get like power levels on the back. Like, I think it would be so cool to do like a little write-up of like each photographer and maybe have like focus level or like background, like kind of like cool, like little quirks.
For sure.
I hope I want to see him build upon it because I think it's a really cool idea.
It's such a great concept. So in case, let me get back into here for a second because I want to show these off because really, like, these are so cool. I did go through them on an Instagram live on Friday, but it's the Rogue Warriors collector's cards. So just real fast, like obviously Josh was a part of that, and like it's a pack of a pack of toy photography trading cards. Like, it's just so neat. And there's mine. And again, same deal, dude. Like, I was
amazing.
I love that shot. Like, I mean, it was just like, sometimes you just take something and you're like, holy crap, I did that. Like that worked out better than I expected. All right. But it's just so cool. There's Adolf figures. I love Adolf figures stuff too. Like, I mean, all of these people,
so cool,
just tremendous. So it's so great. I kept talking on Friday about like to hold these in your hands. It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's such a cool feeling in hand, but it's also so cool that to be a part of that like first wave of it, because to be honest, like I've only been doing this for like a year and a half or so, and like just sitting like next to like Sir Dork and like some of these guys, I'm like, should I be? It's just really cool to be a part of it. So it's really exciting. Did you know that there's a variant? There's a variant card.
Oh wait, of you?
Yeah.
I saw you make a joke of it. Is it a real? Is that a real thing?
No, I wish it was. Just me flexing off my car hood, just laying in the sun. I wish that was a variant card.
That's the thing. I was saying it on Friday, and I'm gonna continue, like I said, to talk about it now and to also, do some more stuff with them for Instagram because, when Robert gets fired up and excited about something, and like this is, I feel like a worthy cause. You know what I mean? Like this is so neat, and he wants to expand it with, like you said, with like future waves. So I've been telling people, like, reach out if he sells these packs, and then you can inquire if you are a toy photographer into getting into it. It's just amazing. It's amazing. And I need like a binder now. I need a legit binder.
I know. I was like, I gotta buy a card binder. When's the last time I bought a card binder? Like,
Dude,
so
I know it's been a long time. I still have like my baseball cards, football cards, and a couple of binders, but like they're full. I'm like, I'm gonna need another one. But yeah, it's been high school. Definitely high school since I did that.
Been a hot
88 Figs, dude, you would be a perfect addition with the work that you do. So definitely hit up Robert. But it is such a great idea. Same thing, Retro Rooster. Go check them out. Diggs Figs in the house. Yeah, get those sleeves ASAP. I know. I've been just keeping them like pristine. Like after I talk about them, I just keep them safe. I need a pack or something to put them in.
I was using Yimbo as a coaster. Is that okay?
That's okay. That's all right. That's all right.
I kid.
Machu Toys in the house. What's going on, Matt? Toy Talk. I'm assuming Toy Father. What's going on, everybody? And hey, Trevor, 1-6 shooters in the house. Thanks, joining us for Trevor. Greatly appreciated. So I wanted to let's get into the toy photography stuff because obviously it's what we do. I started my journey. Like again, we've both been at it for I don't know, when was my first? July 2021, I think was my first. The end of that was my first toy, like actual toy photography picture.
It's awesome. Yeah, I started back in October of 2022, so it's only been over a year. Yeah. I followed it for a long time, and my first picture was just of my shelves because I was bored one day. I was like, I'm just gonna make a thing of my, because I was like, I think I have a cool collection of figures, so I'll just take a picture of my collection. And then I started, like everybody else, it branches out, and it just goes crazy. So
well, that's all right. Hold on, I'm gonna try to do a split screen here so I can still keep there we go, keep on the chat. Oh man, okay. So, dude, I didn't even get to I saw this the other day. I'm gonna like it now and try to comment on it, but I'm gonna give you my verbal feedback. Holy crap!
Okay. Cool.
Like, I love this. First of all, this is the Mezco, right? And
yep.
Oh my god, like this is my 90s Cyclops. I love this figure so much.
Yep.
And like the light up feature is so cool. And that, like, what is your process going into setting up a shot? Like, how do you get the final product? Because for me, like, everything I do, I have to get done practically because I'm like all thumbs with like digital stuff, like I do my best, but like, what is your process? What do you do? Like, how did you go from this, start to finish on this one?
Well, I'll be honest, my process is always changing and evolving because I always pick up something new and then I'll scratch. I was doing a certain process for the last 6 months, and then I just recently, like in the last month, changed it because I saw a different trick with linear light blending, so it changed it completely. So I just I set up my shot, the ubiquitous
I love that
build out there, and I put a hole in the back so I didn't enclose it all the way, and I put the light right behind him because I had the idea for the shot of like him kind of in like a smoky hallway with just his visor being like the most bright thing. And I just took the shot. I'm really bad with like utilizing low light, so
really?
I don't do it. I screwed up it takes me way too long. Like this shot probably
my surprise is because I wouldn't know.
When it takes me hours because I'm like, oh, this doesn't look right, and I'm adjusting lights, and like it's just a process, but it's also my hobby, and like you're just playing around with it and you get it, and I'm like, oh, there it is, I finally got it. And then once I get the shot I upload it all into Lightroom, and I move it from the photo file to like a JPEG, and then I do some baseline like adjustments in Lightroom for like sizes and ratios. And then it goes into Photoshop, and I do some dodging and highlighting some stuff, and I add a little bit of linear light blending to bring out some details, and then from there I focus on glowing effects. So that's where I start taking the highlights and duplicating them on multiple different layers, and adding in different levels of Gaussian blur and different things and different blending methods. And the curve feature is like my favorite, so that's what I use quite a bit. And so like on the visor, on the Mezco, it's just if you see it, like as you kind of look at the visor, I added an additional layer of smoke effect, and then I just blended it. I layered it on top and colored it red, and then I called it good.
So oh my god! So I followed most of that. A couple of it, well, just in terms of Photoshop terms, because that's where I don't like. What is your background in Photoshop? Is it something that you've been self-taught? Did you take courses?
It's just all self-taught.
Or?
I'm self-taught in everything I do. Yeah, I just play around with stuff till I figure it out. Someone asked me the other day, and I mentioned on one of their stories, like, what do you guys do to find inspiration? I sometimes don't. I copy stuff, and in copying things, I learn about the technique. So then I'll Google, I'll watch a video, or I reach out and ask questions, and then I just take people's styles. So this is from like I always pronounce it wrong, so I'm terrible with names. Is like Yorgi's photography.
Oh yeah,
He's just amazing. So I wanted to
ridiculous.
replicate his style. So I
Mhm.
was looking at a bunch of his stuff, and I was like, all right, he utilizes a lot of low light. He adds a lot
Mhm.
of like filters on top. So that's what I did here. And I was trying to like and I still can't come close to what he does. Like, I don't know how he does it, you know? So
Dude, his stuff is also in his own, his style just breathtaking.
it's
Like, oh my
amazing.
god.
He's so undervalued in the community, in my opinion. Like the follower count, he should be way up there. But he I just copy styles, and then as I figure out those things, I'm like, oh, this is what they did. Or you reverse engineer it a bit, then you start learning things and you incorporate that into your style, and eventually you take pieces that you like and pieces you don't, and you make it yours.
Well, that's how I've gotten to where I am with my photography. I was just having a conversation with somebody about this weekend, where I'm like, yeah, there's no shame in trying to emulate. I feel like,
No,
like
zero.
if you're emulating, it's out of respect. Like, I mean, Trevor 16 Shooter, somebody I try to emulate. Dan's Toy Art, somebody I've always tried to emulate. And in trying to emulate what they do, I realize what I can pull off or what I enjoy doing. And then, like you said, it's like you blend it
100%.
into your own style and you learn. And I ask a ton of questions, and again, it's not a straight up copying. It's just like, oh, and then that's literally, we're all like a mosaic of like everyone else's work.
That's every medium ever. So I'm big into music too. I try to create music and stuff, and that's the same thing. There's bands just, one band happened, they did this one riff this way, another band copies it and makes it. That's all it is. It's just people copying everybody. That's how we learn.
That's how we learn. One of the things I learned in my life recently, in the last couple of years, is that there was a French guy that broke down and studied all of Shakespeare's plays, and then like everything up until like the early 1900s. And so there's literally a book, and there's on Wikipedia, you can whole research this, but there's 36 dramatic storylines. That's all we've ever come up with as human beings.
Yeah, I've heard about this. Yeah,
36.
It's very similar. Yep.
Like everything is just like, so even when we're like craving like original Hollywood stories, everything's been done before, because it's just swapping out characters and character arcs, and but there's only 36 situations that we've been able to come up with.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, because even if you think that situation's different, you can always relate it to another idea, which is kind of interesting. Like that whole mantra and the meme of like Simpsons did it, like 100%, right. It's what's happening. So
that was one of the best sound. And again, they were how self-aware, and that's like a lost start. I feel like, self-awareness. I feel like we should talk more as people, like be self-aware
as human beings, be introspect a little bit and be self-aware.
But that episode was so funny, and like, oh my god, now you're making me want to go back and watch that.
Let's just do that. Let's just make the stream. We'll just go
so this shot, this one had blown me away. I'm gonna keep going through all of your stuff, because like I want people to know, if you haven't, if you're here in the chat right now, if you're watching on a replay, again, thank you very much. But if you haven't checked out Josh's work yet, First Strike Figs. And God, so you said this was which toy? Because I know to ask in the comments.
That's the Hasbro Dungeons and Dragons Guinevere and Strix, or whatever his name is. I forgot his name. Sorry. It was like a 2-pack, and it kind of went under the radar for a while, and then it just kind of hit again. But the reason why people like it is because of that panther, because Hasbro does awesome animals in their scale.
Their animals are insanely good.
They just need to put a whole line of animals out, and they would sell like crazy. But yeah, I bought it just for that. But the main figure is cool too. He comes with some cool effects. But it's Guinevere, and so I was like, I got to do a Black Panther shot, and I was trying to actually put him in the tree in my yard, but my yard gets really terrible sunlight with the setting in the early mornings. So I had to try to do this in golden hour, and when that happens, the sun is no longer in that tree. So I was like, screw it, put it in the grass, put some atmosphere aerosol out there, and that's what happened. So,
and you hit that with like some green or purple, like RGB lighting in the back there with the mist, or that was all post stuff?
It was a reflector, so the sun is hitting from the right side of the shot, and then the reflectors behind him hitting, so you get both sides, and then so it's like a golden light, and then I threw it in Lightroom. After I did my edits and stuff in Photoshop, it goes back into Lightroom, and that's where I get some like gradient effects and stuff. And I just picked a gradient of like purple and orange, and Bob's your uncle, and here we go.
Yeah. Well, so Josh, you mentioned the low light stuff. So before, like, this is again, I mean, I've only done some low key lighting a couple of times. And the last time I was pretty successful with it. I was happy with like some Michael Keaton results that I got. But
that's really good.
Thanks. But that one was like, so I kind of broke the advice I'm gonna give you. That, or again, not advice, just something that I was told. So two things, like the one that I heard was, you don't actually want your room to be dark. That was a mistake I guess I had been making so long, was like just having it dark and then lighting.
I'm always in the pitch black and I can't see. And I'm like readjusting lights. Yeah. I mean,
so that was something I did every single time I would try it out. And then that was like when somebody had told me like, no, you actually want it all lit up and then darken it with the camera settings. Like, then you'll actually have a little bit an easier time capturing what you're going for and like detail wise. So try that out, because like it has worked well for me. And that low key shot, like I didn't have all the lights out. It's just like a coffee table shot. I was like, I was just so excited to open that freaking Keaton toy. So like, yeah, it was not like a fully lit, like in the den, but it was, I lowered the lights. So it was still, and I think no, I didn't have the TV on, but anyway, it wasn't pitch black. And then I did use like a hand light to try to bring out all those details, because with the rubber, I didn't have to worry too much about needing like a bounce card or anything, because it just absorbs the light. So well. Yeah. So anyway, just so you should try it out, like have the lights on and then camera settings to darken. And then the other thing that Agent Variant once told me was like, if you do, like, I think he actually does the dark stuff, but then he will hit and adjust the camera with each light that he adds and like make the adjustments on the camera and do it that way. So start with like
him and Unicorn. Well, yeah, it's spelled weird. Like Unicorn Warrior, when he was doing a lot of his like water splash shots, when he would show each one, he would do each shot with one light and then blend them all in layers together.
Yeah.
And I've tried that so many times and it just looks like a butthole. So I stopped trying to do that. I'm gonna try it again at some point.
I've tried that technique when he first told me about it. I got a shot that I was okay. I was kind of happy with, but like what's worked best for me in those low light situations, like I said, are having the lights on. But I still will do it. Like I'll still like some of my stuff, like where I'm trying to do a sunset or like my city, like, like kind of get the purples and blues of like, a city backdrop.
Yep.
I still will have to turn the lights out in here, like right now it's all nice and lit, but I have the recessed lighting and like I have to turn it off and just go from there. Again, it's like
from square one.
It's trial and error. It's trial and like, I always like to talk about this stuff because new people are getting into toy photography all the time. And just so they know, like, like this has just been a labor of love for both of us, like over the course of these many months,
Yep. 100%.
But there's your shot, dude. That was the awesome card shot. Jeez, that's my
favorite thing I've done. Personally, I think that's my best shot, and others may disagree, which is fine. Art, it's subjective. But this is just my favorite thing I've ever done. One, because that horse, I got to stand up and actually stand in that spot for a while.
Nice.
It was great.
Okay.
Because that thing is just a beefcake, those Legion's horses.
Yeah.
And I found that tree at Walmart during their Halloween decorations, and it like has all those orange lights just light up on it. You just turn it on. So I didn't post editing. The only post editing I did was on the flames for the pumpkin heads and then to light up the jack-o'-lanterns faces on the bottom, and that was it. The rest of this was just all with the lights that I did. I barely touched it, and that's why I liked it so much. But I did a couple of different edits to like the different colors, and those ones I did, but this was like the original, and it was just I put a film gradient on it to make it a little bit more higher contrast. And
sure.
Yeah.
It's stunning. It really is stunning. That figure, when I saw this, like this is one of those that, because I had the chance to pre-order it.
So
I saw it at a Toy Con. I saw it at Legion's Con. And I've already said to myself, I'm like, next time I say, and the new one's coming out. So I will probably end up grabbing the glow in the dark. Yeah.
It looks pretty sweet. I almost bought it. I was like, I don't need two of those. But
right. So that's where I was like, at least, I didn't get the first one. So I'll get this one. So I'm riding it. I'm going to Legion's Con this year. I have a Toy Con coming up in June where I'm hoping that they show up, Mythic Legions. They've been at the October ones. So But this was another one from today.
Yeah,
I told you I love the Batman. I love him.
Yeah, it was a little collab with a friend who reached out and they wanted to do something. I was like, yeah, why not?
Oh yeah, and emoji figures. That's fantastic.
He wanted to do a Red Hood one. He asked me if I had a Red Hood. I was like, I don't have a lot of DC stuff. So I was like, I have Hush. That's the same thing, right? So yeah, we just did that, and I wanted to put Batman in the back, just like, because I'll be honest, I was going through my stuff a couple months ago, and I still haven't changed it, but all of my shots are very much profiles, like typically like straight on, or like it's just what I enjoy, and I don't do a lot of like crazy poses a lot, if you notice, and I know that it's something I'm thinking about. But I wanted to put Batman back there just to kind of show him off. When I just that Mofex figure is just awesome. So
no, and this was a great touch in terms of like a single panel story. You know, like that's the thing. Like when I've gotten into when I first started, I was all into telling stories and jokes in my photography. And then as I got my camera and really wanted to focus on the photography aspect, I went into just portraits. And I have fun doing that, but when you can now, like, I'm trying to blend it into, like, if I do
I'm trying to do the same,
having some story, just a simple story in the back that can be interpreted, because it's art. I love it. Like, once you put it out there, I forget what artist or director I heard, but it was like, when you like art is not for us, like we make it and then it belongs to it belongs to whoever sees it. Yeah.
Yep.
So like I love being able to sprinkle in stuff like that just to really so it's awesome. That's so great.
But yeah, that came out pretty cool. It was a fun little collab, and that was
this shot.
That was cool. No Chewing, I think I saw him in here. Thank you again. He's nominated me twice. It's just
your stuff is good, man. Like really so good. Cool. It's really good.
It's just it's very humbling to do that, and it's very cool to see that. So
what we were doing, this is a great opportunity to like share, because we were so happy with how Wednesday turned out with the Randalorian challenge and the giveaways and all that stuff. Yep. And we had 78 entries into something along those lines, almost 80 entries. So like we were very happy, again, not to like put that pressure on ourselves to actually select like a winners for like the contest. That's why we went to the wheel. But now, this week, there are 15 people now that nominate for the Toy Pit community. And we decided, so instead, rather than turn all 80 of them into features, we would be able to do, like, we would each select one. So this was Chewy's. And like I said, man, cool. well deserved. I love that, how you pulled off Ultron. And I love that, dude. This was one of my favorite figures when it came out. And is that mouth.
Just that crackle effects. Yeah,
the crackle.
Awesome. Yeah, it's so good. I actually don't use this figure in my display for Ultron. I use the Marvel Select one because I think he's beefier. Okay. I know you love your beefcakes, Yimbo. So he's the metal beefcake, right? So that crackle fits in there perfectly too. So it works really well.
Yeah, what a perfect, like, one of the really nice, even for such a little piece of plastic, really well thought out and like perfect things that they did there, accessory wise. And now let's watch this reel. Here we go. Wait, is it? Woo! Perfect song choice. I love that song so much.
Yeah.
But look at this. So this is a great time to plug time. Yeah. Let's go, my friend. And we'll remind people at the end of the show too. So
we'll plug it up. I just launched my Spring Tea or Teespring site. So just got some merch up there. I had a Redbubble for a while, but this is a lot easier to use. And I just find it to be a little bit more user friendly and creator friendly. And I just got some merch up there. So I got a couple of different t-shirts with my year 1 logo and my year 2 logo, because every year I change it with a different theme.
Nice. Yeah.
And got some stickers up there. I'm going to be adding a couple other things like some water bottles. But I'm also just going to be working with, I work with a lot of guys and friends in the metal community for like who do art creation and stuff for like album arts, and I'm just going to do a bunch of t-shirt designs that are just crazy that come into my head for no reason and just put it on a t-shirt for no reason. So I'm just going to do that, and if I sell one or two, awesome. That's all that matters, right?
Yep. Right. Oh, that's it. It's like I say all the time. It's like this is at the end of the day, this is fun for us, and like that's why I try to live in gratitude and appreciation for anybody that
go buy something, I can keep investing more into the billionaire capitalism market by buying more plastic toys,
I
and
know.
that's what I need. Yeah.
So I want to catch up on the chat real quick because again, our friends are going off right now. This is fantastic. Chamba's in the house. What's going on, Chamba, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. So let's see. So Toy Talk said, big fan of First Strike Figs, amazing photography, and also amazing supporter in the community. That's so true, dude. That's you're a gentleman and a scholar. I love you. Sully, not a bird, not a plane. Again, speaking of ridiculous, like photography and then Photoshop skills, man, like just blows me away.
So good. It's he's one of my favorites right now. It's,
the creativity. So he's got all the things. He's a 5-tool player. He's a 5-tool.
He is, yeah. He's playing with a lot of skills, that's for sure.
Cody says there's a ton of great tutorial accounts out there these days. 88 says all great art is stolen. Rabbits then 36 going to that dramatic storylines. It's true, man. If you go like this, I kid you not, 36, and when you break down like man versus man, blah, 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 it's like it's 36. It's insane. Agent Variant, we said your name 3 times. You showed up like Beetlejuice. What's going on, buddy? We were just talking about you again. I'm just gonna scroll down the chat. So George, like I was talking about some of the low lighting tips that you've given me. If you want to put any of those in, I was trying to share them with Josh, and I'm sure I was butchering what you had taught me. So yeah, let us know. Your boys got toys. Thanks up. Walking the doggo and listen to the taco. I love that. Thank you very much for joining us. No chewing. I would 100% copy Mitchell Wu if I could replicate his style. Yep. It's true too. There's so many good people. Just work towards that. That's you see things that you like. I can't stress it enough. Lone Wolf Labs, awesome to see Josh's perfect logo on his shirt now. There you go.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Kevin, thanks for joining us, man.
Dude, Lone Wolf, I don't know how many dios I ordered this year. I think I ordered 6 from him, and just my closet is full of them. My wife was like putting cleaning supplies away like a couple months ago, and she's like, well, I guess I got to move all the cleaning supplies because it's full of Lone Wolf Lab dios. So just the coolest work. I just appreciate it so much. I feel like it's helped me do better photography lately too. So it's just been,
dude, that Keaton shot, like, in my eyes is as good as, like, it's one of my best shots for myself, just think because of his dio. Like when I bought that when I bought that rooftop one from him, that was game over. Like I felt like it was an immediate level up in my photography, like instantly. 100%.
So, I need a water tower, Kevin. So
there you go.
I need something like that. So.
See, I like to. I know I run into them at like these toy shows and toy cons, so I just always put aside money, and I'm like, this is not figure money, this is Lone Wolf money, because I like next time I'll see what he has, and I'll just grab it's a bunch of goodies. So let's see, Rubber Toys. Everybody's saying, what's up to Lone Wolf? Yeah, he's a popular guy. We love you, Kevin. Let's see. Oh, Zach said, better believe I picked up a shirt. All right, there's a sale. Nice. I love that. There we go. And then he says, I might have to hit Josh up for a real logo. Very cool. And then of course, Sully, we love you, man. We love you. And Cody, make sure everyone hits that. Oh, thank you. See, I'm like the worst YouTuber. If you guys can hit that like button at some point while you're watching tonight, obviously it helps the show, all those fun things. Lone Wolf, do I owe you headstones? Do I owe you headstones?
I don't know.
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
And then DWF collection. Hey, First Strike Pig. He goes, I have these sitting here to be mailed. I don't know who I owe them to.
Oh, I think they're mine. I totally forgot to reach back out to them. Yeah, I think they're mine.
Yay! See, look at that. Through the stream, you're now gonna get some more of the stuff. Yeah, there we go. Hey. Perfect. Oh, and here we go. Challenge for Water Tower accepted. I'm just saying, Kev, if you pull it off, I would take one too. Because like the one that I have is, I don't even have it up. No, I would use one for sure. I would use anything Kevin likes to make. I'd like to try to use in my photography. Nice. All right. So we'll get into some toy stuff. So, we'll get into why we do the things that we do. It's all because of this plastic crack, plastic meat, all the different nicknames that we have for it.
Plastic meat is good. It's a good name.
Right? I do. Well, here's my plastic meat right here, man. I love this plastic meat.
Nice.
So this is from where is it? I always set like a bunch of things out at my feet, and we'll see. You know, we kind of go where the show dictates. But this was the 2-pack. It was the Cody did a thing of Zog, and I missed him. Like I left him for like a toy hunt, and I never came across him, which is probably good for my wallet because he was like a $50 figure. And I ended up scrolling one night. I just bought Super 7 Mousers, and I saw these Roadkill Rodneys.
Those are so
cool.
Yeah.
Where is it? There we go. So I don't even have that. They're still on the shelf like an idiot. But this guy I finally cracked open. So it's a Triceraton Infantryman. Where are you with like your NECA stuff? Do you have
that whole shelf is NECA?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's some G.I. Joe on the bottom there, but most of that shelf is NECA. I do have the comic Triceraton.
So the Zog, right? The one that's what I was saying. That's the one that I was like, oh, if I see him out. Because like I said, Cody sent in a video, man, and it was.
I got a really cool photo of him coming up for May for my Monster Mash theme for the month. But yeah, I picked up that one, and he's just so good. He's very posable for a big hunk of meat too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy, like, he doesn't have the articulated tongue, which I'm sad about, but I wanted those robots. And then I ended up buying another set of the 5 Super 7 Mousers. So I have 11 now. And then I have the 2 Roadkill Rodneys. And then I have the little Mouser dog from Last Road. So I'm super excited. I have all these like NECA robots to attack Ninja Turtles with. But this guy's great, and he came with I always like to ask people what they do with their toy accessories. Like I do. Oh, dude, I have tackle boxes. I have bead accessory kits. And then I have Tupperware. This has been my new thing, is just going Tupperware for like individual figures.
I have like a big accessory thing for all my head sculpts, all my extra heads. Okay. But things got out of control in the last couple of years. So like I have over here where my like photography stuff is, I have like one of those Sterilite 3-drawer things.
Oh yeah.
Top drawer is like camera accessories, lighting and stuff.
Okay.
And then the 2 bottom drawers are just full of accessories, and they're just in individual Ziploc like bags, like little baggies for each figure. I've started to go through that now. Okay. Except for like all my Marvel Legends and stuff. Those are in giant bags of mix and match, and it's a mess. Yeah. So, and extra hands are just in a bag.
So many hands. So many hands. Dude, I remember the first time, because my kids are going to be 4 in June, and I mean, getting into this, so like when they started, they would come down and I would teach them about daddy toys and what not to touch. And I remember the first time it was just seeing all the hands and heads and being like, Daddy, what's that? And I'm like, all right, let me explain.
Sick.
Like, and now they get it. Now my son, I got him he has all these Super Mario toys. So he, you know, like the ones that come with like the mystery boxes and the gold coins and the little, so I got him a little miniature Tupperware, and I'm like, where's your accessory box? And he puts them all back.
That's hilarious.
Gotta start them young, man. Training them. But yeah, so NECA wise, dude, I have so many, and like I went through, because I have one. I try to do my best to keep things somewhat organized, but I kind of gave up. Like, this was supposed to be just the toddler turtles, and then I was going through and like, I need more space now that I opened this guy up, and I was like, all right, all of the little cutesy stuff. So like the little frogs, the little like Splinter, the rat, the Baxter, you know, like they all went into here, the little miniature cuties. And then like, so anyway, Zog also came with like, or not Zog.
That's the old gun from like the original Playmate style. That's really cool. That looks great.
Yeah. That was awesome. I ended up, he's going to live on the shelf with this one. I thought that looked really awesome. I like the paint touch inside of there.
Looks like an old Nintendo blaster.
Yeah, and then I think he came with this one too. Like, he had a bunch of rifles, but that was it. Cody, I'm sorry to tell you, I had to do team heat. I had to heat him up. Where do you fall on that, Josh? Are you team heat, team no heat?
Team heat,
toys. Team heat.
Heat him up. Gotta heat him up. I bought a new Predator because I'm obsessed with NECA Predator figures, and I bought one the other day, and I bought it at Best Buy on my lunch break at work. Did a little trip-see, did a little hunt. I found a boar predator, left him in my car, and I got home, and it was a very warm day here. So when I got him home, he had heated up. So when I took him out of the package, he was good. He was moving and grooving. I definitely heat up most NECAs a little bit to give them a little bit more room. Legends are kind of hit or miss depending on which body type it is.
Sure.
Sometimes they're fine. But import stuff, it depends on how tight the stuff is when I get it in the mail. If it is, it gets a little touch of heat before I even mess around. You know,
like mythics, you need to add, like mythics need
those,
heat.
Those are all warmed up. How do you heat? I think you're doing some water. Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm a hair dryer dude. I just go hair dryer. I've done, like, I know people do the boiling water. I know people have done, like, for Pop and Socks, like Toy Father finally did his first, because he's like a toy anxious guy like I am, and he did his own custom Daredevil a few weeks ago or a month ago, whenever he did it. And it was Agent Gomez. I don't know if you follow Jake. I'm sure you know he's another great account. Jake uses an electric kettle, so for that type of stuff, if I was popping arms and legs off, I would go boiling electric kettle water. But for just movement, like, he moves really well, but his legs were just stuck, just like Mythic. I had the knees were trapped in plastic or in the paint, so I just had to heat them up, and then that was it. A little loosey, that's it.
I agree with you. Yeah, any kit bash stuff, I typically, if I'm swapping arms and parts, it gets a little water, but mostly I just hair dry it up.
Yeah. What stopped me with the water, I gave the NECA turtle. That was my first time doing like boil, I think it is microwaved water and in a cereal bowl. And I did turtle soup on each guy. But what I realized after that for myself was that, like, my God, I don't want the water like in the crevices that I can't dry it. And, and then I probably should have used the hair dryer then, but this is like retrospect, right? 2020. By the way, Cody says he's secretly a Zog salesman. I love that. Clintastic says, I use storage cubes, plastic Ziploc bags, and alphabetical paper folder dividers. That's a good idea.
That's too much.
That's
too much for me.
Too much stuff comes in, man. I was so good about keeping boxes, and then like I finally started getting rid of any MCU Legends boxes. Like I just figure, at this point, I don't know. I do the best, but I was like, even today, I was in the garage moving some stuff around, and I was like, how would, like, if something happened to me, my wife's not going to know where any of these things go, and like to put into these boxes. What an ass I am! Like thinking, oh, I'll keep these boxes, and like, no, she's gonna have to bulk sale this crap.
And for way cheaper than what you ever paid for.
Oh, I know. Oh God. Cody says, wish my parents would have taught me. I lost basically all my accessories for vintage toys as a kid. I was 50-50. Like, I have some stuff left over, like my childhood toys, but some things I've definitely, like, I have like one katana from my original Leo, but not the other. And like, you know what I mean? It's like little things like that. My Thundercats, like, I have the glove for Lion-O and the sword, but then like almost everybody else, I don't have any of their pieces too. So yeah, as a kid, I was very hit or miss.
Yeah. As a kid, they were all went into one bin. So if they went somewhere, it was gone.
Let's see. So DWF collection. I use the steel can Mezco containers for storage. That's a great idea. I use Vapor's, dude. I use Vapor's lunchbox for all of my larger Mezco weapons and like cloth goods, like Constantine's jacket.
That's a smart idea, since I'm already storing the metal containers. So boxes wise, I keep anything that's import or like Mezco, right?
Same. Yeah.
Legends, G.I. Joe, Mythics. Sorry. So it's all going away, right? Sure. So, but that's an interesting idea. Then I'd have to go in the garage. Then I'd have to go in the garage to go get all my stuff when I need it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that lunch tin holds a lot. Like every because it's just barely. Now again, if I need something, like I was setting up a shot for a collab I'm going to do with Not a Bird, Not a Plane photography. So I enabled him. Not that I try to enable people, but like I was excited about the Constantine figure, and he ended up getting it. So now we're gonna collab with him, and I was going through looking, and I was just like, oh crap, like moving things. And then it's Mezco, so you have to be so delicate because I already broke Gomez's sunglasses. Like just like, God damn it. Cody is Mr. Team No Heat. He's Team No Heat. I don't know how he does it. Like Cody, I still to this day like. How would you move this? Like, would it break? Something just fell in my head. But yeah, right. Yeah. That was my Mezco thing. I'm like, oh god, like I gotta have to check that later. But like, Cody, what do you do? Like if there's pressure,
is that what he does? He Miyagi's it, holds it for a minute, and then it's good.
That's still heat. Oh man, Jay, it's TMNT 1987. Thanks for joining, Jay. Checking in with the team. Sometimes I'm scared. I'm scared heat, LOL, and liquid heat. Oh, sometimes when I'm scared heat. Yeah. I'm telling you, the hair dryer, it takes about 30 seconds, like it's super easy. Your boy's got toys. Yeah, hair dryer, baby. Wesley K's in the house. My girlfriend says I use her dryer more than she does.
My wife had to go. She bought her own because I was using hers. She said, "Quit using my hair dryer." So now I have her old hair dryer.
Yeah. I'm definitely using my wife's backup hair dryer for sure. That's too funny. Let's see. Had to hit select apocalypse with the hair dryer recently. Yeah. Select.
There's not enough hair dryers in the world for that thing. Just heads up, by the way.
Oh, did you get that one?
Yeah, he's fine. He just doesn't move well.
Yeah,
hair dryer loosened him up a little bit, but he's still just kind of limited. It's a select, beautiful sculpt, awesome size, awesome paint. Those hoses though, man.
Oh, were they very rigid on there? I don't have that one yet.
They're too tight. They're too like the Legends one is like a nice soft plastic, and they use like a harder plastic. So once you like articulate the arms up, they pop out every time. So
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, did heat help with the malleability of those tubes or no? No, it's just a hard plastic. Okay.
Yeah,
that's fair. It all figures in the house. I am behind at the moment, so I'm catching up. Oh, what's your favorite? Thank you for this is a great question. So everybody in the chat, while I am now going through and catching up on all of your wonderful comments, put in any questions you have for Josh about his work, about his projects, about his favorite figures, things along those lines. So, do you have a favorite character?
That's really tough, man.
It is really tough. I know.
Yeah, even especially like on the spot.
Give us like a top 3 to 5. I always like to do a little range.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite characters of all time is Venom. Because I grew to him so much as a kid. And then as I got older, I appreciated Captain America way more. So Cap is like one of my favorites. Yeah. I'm still a huge Wolverine guy. Now I'm just talking Marvel, right? That's not even like expanding anywhere else. But when I think like outside of Marvel, things like that, I would say Jason Voorhees is one of my favorite characters as like a property, right?
Right.
And then I get into like, I don't know. I love Batman. Batman's cool too. Like there's too much. That's too much. You're giving me a nervous breakdown in that question alone. But no, I'm a big Venom, Captain America guy. That's for sure.
Okay. Yep. So do you skew more Marvel over DC or other superhero?
I did. Properties? I was a Marvel kid growing up. Okay. I had some DC comics, like because I was grew up in a really poor family, so comics were like the thing we could do because they were so cheap, right? So, and every year for Christmas, my mom, if I'm dating myself, but if anybody would order Finger Hut catalog, you would be able to get like a box of like 200 comic books for like $20. Yeah, so my mom would do that for me. And in there, I'd get Marvel, but you'd also get like a mixture of like DC and Vertigo and all their stuff. And I always thought that DC was just so cheesy. Like all the art was cheesy. The comic guys were like, everybody's a Boy Scout. And it was just, there was no edge to it. And of course, 90s grunge, was like a big thing with Marvel. So everybody was like an anti-hero. Yeah. So of course, like Lobo was cool to me. DC, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was always a Marvel kid. But as I got older, I really got into reading more DC and catching up on stories and like really appreciating what they were doing, But as a kid, they weren't the coolest. They weren't cool to me. Because X-Men was like my jam in the 90s, like, so I would say I'm definitely I lean more on Marvel for sure. And I know I don't like it. I don't think Toy Addict's in here, but I just wanted to let him know that Superman sucks.
Come on.
He's always sucked.
No.
I'm kidding. I just do that to poke at Toy Addict. But
no, I don't.
not a big Superman fan. I think that he was my Boy Scout. I never got it. Never understood it. As I got older, much more appreciated reading Red Sun, all that kind of stuff. Seeing art imitates art, right? Like Homelander and Invincible and all these characters that are based on that same concept of the 36 storylines, right?
Yeah.
It's I appreciate Superman much more, right?
I do too. Like I'm totally respect where you're coming from. I mean, first of all, I respect your opinion no matter what. It's just an opinion, right? It's like, but growing up, I was a DC guy. Like that was if I had to, like when I was younger, like younger, I loved DC. And then getting into 5th grade on through middle school, then again, more Marvel, like you said, edgier stuff. Sure. Love the X-Men. And they were different. I mean, like DC is, I compare it to modern day mythology, gods and monsters type storylines. Yep. Whereas Marvel, like, and I know they've gone cosmic, but like, I don't get into Marvel cosmic stuff as much, but I'm super into their street level hero. Like Spider-Man is my favorite superhero.
Marvel like, street level is the best written stuff I think they could do. They know how to do that very well. Not to say they can't do other stuff well, but their street stuff is.
And that's where like Superman is a hard character to write for. I mean, literally Paul Dini, right, and Bruce Timm, like that was when they did Justice League Unlimited. There was like a behind the scenes featurette on one of the DVDs, and they were just straight up like, do you notice that in every episode we take out Superman immediately because he's the solution to every episode? We would have no drama at all if Superman's around. Like,
well, that sounds like a DC problem because they made him too overpowered. So that's on them. I don't have any remorse for their shitty writing of Superman. No, I'm kidding.
But I will say that like I have to get back into it, but my wife and I really did enjoy for a while, like the recent Superman show, like we watched at least the first 6 episodes or so.
I haven't seen any of those. My wife's my mother-in-law loves them, so she watches all of them. I should really check it out.
And dude, he's a twin dad.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, it's great. It's I've heard Henry Cavill's portrayal was just phenomenal. Yeah, in my opinion. Yeah, he did such a good job, and I'm so bummed that we don't get to see it again.
They screwed that. They really. I don't want to be mad at The Rock, but I'm kind of mad at The Rock. What's up?
I am super mad at The Rock. I think what's going on with that stuff is really the most ego trip crap ever.
Yeah.
Black Adam is just an ego trip movie as a whole, so that's fine. But if Marvel does Sentry and they do him well, and I've heard some really cool stuff about who they're casting and like what's happening. That's one of my favorite characters, especially in modern stuff. Sentry is like
See, I'm not familiar with Sentry. What's his deal? I know he's like super powered.
The power of 1,000,000 exploding suns is his power.
Oh, so
it's ridiculous. He can do anything. It's honestly, they wrote him to be way more powerful, but he's also agoraphobic. He has a lot of like schizophrenia. So like he has his detriments. He has a dark side. It's awesome. I really love his idea. And I love what they did in the mid 2000s when they wrote him as a character that he was forgotten about, but he was always there. So they did like this golden age run of like fake comic covers with like him with Spider-Man and like all this stuff that never actually happened, which is great. But I'm really excited to see what they do with Sentry in the MCU, but they'll probably just make him have like a sidekick cat or something where he just makes jokes the whole time. So we'll see. See what they do.
We'll have to see what happens. That's it. Oh, that's too good. So all right, it all figures. Look at that. Thank you so much for that question. Sully was saying in terms getting back into the box and accessories collections, I only keep boxes that have tons of accessories like Sentinel, Miles Morales. I will keep the box because it keeps all the accessories nice and I don't lose them. Yeah, like I think Chewy does that too, where he'll keep like his figure arts and stuff like just in the box. I would do that, but then like it again, like at least I just want to have access to them right away, like off a shelf.
That's my thing,
even when they fall off the shelf.
Yep.
Oh, I see them. I see. Yeah, my Mezcos fell. Son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
I hope they're okay. I see vapor down there. You better be all right, you little blue guy.
Oh, man.
Unworthy says, wait, people save their accessories? Dude, I have so many. They're just everywhere, but I love them. I love them all. And like, I will not know I misplaced something until that one day that I go back.
One day you need it.
And then I'm going to lose my mind. And my wife, this happened to my daughter. Here we go. A little fun story this weekend. For Christmas, she got there's a pig that walks around. It's like this, her pet pig. I don't know what it is. And at some point in cleaning up their toys, it's in a tub in the garage. But when I did a recent tub haul, like I need to basically do spring cleaning, like to clean the stuff out of my garage, sweep everything out, reorganize. She found the leash. She hasn't thought about this pig in a year. And she's like, Daddy, where's my pig? I'm like, baby, I'm not going. I can't do this today.
The pig went to a farm upstairs.
Yeah, I'm like, you can't. Like, you haven't thought about this. And then my wife's like, this sounds like somebody I know. I'm like, I know. I'm self-aware. Look at this. She's me. I know this.
That's hilarious.
Chewy goes, fantastic. I do that with new figs that I unbox, but it doesn't make it to the shelf. Not alphabetical, but by license. So he does it by Marvel and like Mo 2, etc. Not a bird said I use a Muppet lump lunchbox from Palisades to store stuff. Sweet. That's great. Lunchboxes are great. Let's see. Cody says there is an art to it. Sometimes it feels close, but never broken so far. Just force it. I've seen. Oh yeah, I know. I've seen it in his video. So going back to the team No Heat. HC Yellow Jacket. Throw them in a bowl and microwave for 30 seconds. That could. Oh yeah. So that's just nukes him. That works. I guess that. Yeah. I mean, if he's doing
I'd be so terrified to do that.
I would, yeah. I
would forget and accidentally set it to 1 minute 30 seconds and walk away because I'm so absent.
Melted candle face. Like the hair dryer works so nicely for me. Yeah. Realm says I broke my wife's hair dryer and almost caught fire. Blame my dog.
Always blame the dog. Always blame the dog.
I love it. George says I'm all about boiling water, loosens those figures right up. Wade Crate in the house. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. Yeah, so boiling water, like I said, does work, but it's hair dryer so fast.
Yeah, the hair dryer is better because you know what I've also done with boiling water? Boiled me on accident because you get them in the joints and you're not paying attention. You take it out. It's like, oh, I just poured hot water on my hand and that hurt.
Yeah.
So
like at the very least, I know that if my fingertips start getting hot, like I'm like, all right, I think the rubber's probably yeah.
It's
like literally
it's a tangible. I know what's happening. I'm there.
I can measure it. Yeah, with my own. I like that. Let's see. Wade says so. All right, he's a hair dryer customizer himself, but boil and pop. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, if I had to do joint swaps, that's what I would be doing. So Carlos Cal the Collector says Wolverine and Cap are his favorite Marvel characters. Dude, Cap, same deal, man. Like he comes off as a Boy Scout, but really
Super
no,
Scout,
like
but he's not. He's not at all. Yeah.
Like he's such an uncompromising principles, but in like really good stuff. Like he really is fighting for the little man.
They did a good job of it in the movies too, with the Civil War aspect. Mm-hmm. I know it's not exactly like the comic storyline, but Cap in comic Civil War is epically iconic. In my opinion, it's probably the best storyline that was written prior to the Ed Brubaker stuff. Yeah, that's the best Captain America ever. And it's just, it shows him he's not a Boy Scout. He just has morals and values.
Right.
He's uncompromised, like you said, in those positions. It's awesome. Yep.
I'm getting goosebumps right now thinking about this. So I've been trying to get back into reading comics. I've been talking about it on my stream, like support your local libraries because they're like one of the last bastions, like last places you can go with zero expectation for spending money. Yep. And in this society that we live in, that's a really important thing to be able to take your kids to a place and just be there for an hour and walk out and you get stuff. You can walk out with a bag of things and you didn't have to spend a penny and it's great. So seriously, support your libraries. So I've been getting back into comic reading and there was Spider-Man, like This Is My Life, or it was I forget what it is now. I wish I had it next to me, but they did from his origin in the 60s all the way until his death.
I've heard that book is phenomenal. Yep.
Dude, so good. And in the 70s, Spider-Man, like there's the whole part about if you're super powered, kind of like register and should you be fighting, automatically drafted if you have superpowers type situation. And Tony obviously is pro weapon sales and he's on one and trying to get everybody. And there is a whole thing where Cap does go to Vietnam, but he's straight up saving people. Like he's not really fighting for his side. He's fighting for innocent lives. That's the thing really with him, and something.
the storyline last year with Erisham, and that was kind of like a big deal with the Eternals movie, and they kind of stole the idea, but there's more to it in the comics. Obviously, it's more of like an event. You want to talk about Cap like sticking up for what he needs to do. That is awesome. He's just he's my favorite. Yeah.
It's nuts. All right, here we go. We got Eat That Toy Addict. That was the Superman comment. That's too funny. I didn't appreciate Superman until I read the Injustice comic run.
That was a good that was a good story.
Yeah, I can relate to a guy that knows he's got flaws. Exactly. And that's where, you know what? Again, speaking about comics, but when I just recently read the last book in the Dark Knight saga, like Miller came out with a recent, like a somewhat recent one last few years. Yep. And that Superman arc in there was also excellent. Like I thought, like I really, that was a cool version of Superman where he had just kind of given up, froze himself into his fortress of solitude, just like, I'm not going to be around anymore. I failed as a husband and a father. Yeah. I'm just going to go live in ice, and then needing to come back. And that whole arc, and God, when Batman was like, oh my God, he's been holding back this whole time. Like, I love that. I love those moments. But yeah, let's see. No chewing. I appreciate Superman more in self-contained graphic novels. All-Star, All-American, Kingdom Come. That is for sure. Those are all great recommendations.
Those are the best storylines, and those weren't around much when I was a kid. And if they were, they weren't easily accessible at the grocery store to get because they were in graphic novel form or in collections. So my experience of Superman was the weekly comic book where he was fighting some guy in a pair of underwear on the street, and he's like, I stole your girlfriend, and Superman's like, oh, save you. And it's just so cheesy, and I hated it. And the cartoons, when I was a kid, I hated the cartoon. Like I was one of those people. I know. It's okay.
Sorry. That's all right.
Like, I despised it. And I was like, this guy sucks. Like he just sucks. And then later in life, I grew to appreciate him much more.
Right. So, and that's why you're great, because I mean, not for that, but just like the fact that you can.
But Toy Addict really like loves him, and it's a little over the top. So,
See, I share his deep love of the Christopher Reeve version of Superman. Like I do.
Sure, I get it. Yep.
That is, but that is ultimate Boy Scout Superman. Like that is, but he is. What I respect about him is his self-control in light of everything going on around, like that he could, I don't know, like there's just little things that like resonate with people, Totally. Let's see. Jay says Lois and Clark, the OG with Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher, was my Superman show as a kid, dude. Me too. Sunday night with my fans.
Yeah, I did watch a lot of that show. Yeah,
but then it was also.
But I was a coming of age kid at that point, and I think it was more about Terry Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher, baby.
Yeah. I think that was more
Terry
of the
Hatcher.
issue.
I was right there with you, man. I was right there with you. Yeah. They're real and they're spectacular.
Yes.
DFW, I didn't like the children in the Superman and Lois show, but the CGI isn't too bad. Definitely gonna miss Henry Cavill for Superman and The Witcher, dude. Witcher 2 was so freaking good.
Yeah, the first season was so epic, man. Second season wasn't super great, and I could see why he was having concerns. But if he's doing the Warhammer show and he's producing it himself, I know zilch about Warhammer. My buddy just recently got into it big time. He's been telling me a lot of stuff, and I was like, I'm into it. Let's do it. Space Marines, aliens, weird political cults and stuff. Yep, count me in.
And I know that he is a massive fanboy. Like this is a passion project for him. And like, it's hard. I feel like, like when somebody talks about something they're passionate about, which is what we do here with toy photography and toys and everything. But like when someone's genuinely invested and is like, I love this, even if you're not, you just get caught up in it because you're like, well, what is this guy into? All right, then clearly I should know more about this. It's like when people don't know about toy photography, I'm like, let me tell you about this. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Let's see. Chewy says running a microwave on Century would make a hell of a picture. That's true. Cal is a hot water guy. Your boys got toys said I boiled 80th anniversary Thor, and now his diaphragm peg is super flimsy. I'm sorry.
That's because Hasbro changes their plastics all the time, so be careful with Marvel Legends and Heat. I can tell you that because the new Legends, I just got the Yondu, the Target Yondu, just came in the mail. And it's on an older body buck, so whatever. I'm fine with you using parts.
Sure,
that's
right.
But that is the most gummiest plastic they have ever produced. That figure barely stands on his own without his knees buckling already. It's very cheap plastic. So I would advise if anybody's heating him up, be cautious because you'll be breaking some joints real quick.
Isn't it? I don't understand why it's such a crapshoot. Like I even starting out, like, you know, I'm coming on 2 years of like Yimbo buys everything next month, and in this like journey of me talking about toys and learning about them and buying them, and like it blows my mind. Like it used to blow my mind that like Hasbro itself could have Joes and Power Rangers and Legends and all these different, and they all did different stuff. I'm like, don't these people talk to each other? And it's like, no, like they don't. They just are their own separate team. But like even now, it's like, what, like you don't even know what plastic you're getting on a figure, and it's
I have no idea. I work for a large company too, so I get when teams don't talk to and they have different directions, so I understand it. But I do not understand production and. That's a whole other thing, I'm sure. But yeah, I think when they're, you know, each team has their own budget. So when they're looking at stuff like, you know, those billionaires got to save money somehow. I know. You got to figure it out for them,
dude.
So if I got to get a gummy Yondu figure on my shelf for displays, so that way they can have more money. I'm happy.
Oh, I know. It's so frustrating because, like, it just doesn't make any sense, you know. Like, and I'm not gonna get mad about it. It's just,
it just is what it is.
It is, yeah. But it's. I said this to Chewy, and he was like, maybe it's part of their ploy to like keep us buying them and guessing for like, you don't know if you're gonna get the highs of a really great legend or the lows. It's a crapshoot. Because I said like something like
mystery box.
Mythic Legions. Like I brought this guy out in case I wanted to, you know, if we wanted to unbox and talk about some of those all-star ones, but I know exactly what I'm getting with this guy
because it's also the best company that produces action figures,
right? So
fight me, anybody you want to say otherwise. You can argue about SH Figure Arts, you can argue about like Mofex. I'm agreeing with you. Great companies. Yeah. Mythic and Four Horsemen are the best company that puts out action figures because of the care and passion they have and what they put into their stuff. And just you could see it in each thing. And as the line continues to grow and how they evolve, like all the new soft goods stuff. Yeah. The Falconeer guy.
Dubin. Dubin. He's my favorite one. He's my favorite one.
Amazing figure. Amazing.
I'm with you. But again, like that was the joke where it's like every single one is top tier. You know what you're gonna get. Like, you know, it's like, so it's like, oh well, here's just what he looks like because you know how he's gonna move, you know what he's gonna be able to do, and he's wonderful. Like, and it's like, oh, I wonder if that's how, you know, like you said, like if that's Hasbro keeping us talking about them because it's like we never know what we're gonna get.
I don't think they're that smart to do that.
No, I know. I think it's pricing decisions and profit based and all of that fun stuff. I'm with you, but let's see. Cody says a few times I heated the pop joints in like Leatherhead's Tail Super 7 or such. I've just used really warm faucet water, never boiling. All right.
Nice.
Jay goes, Infinity War Mofex Cap America getting delivered tomorrow.
Nice.
Do you have any of those? So where are you with Mafex toys? Mafex. How many of those?
I got super into them recently, so I have enough that it scares me when I look at the shelf and I'm like, oh, there's like $1,000. Oh, there's another 1,000. You know, so it's like that's dumb. So I just got on Macari the other day. I had some credit and somebody made an offer to me for the Captain Marvel Endgame suit, and they offered it at like $60, and I was like, oh, wow. Okay, so I bought it. Yeah, and so I have her, and I don't know. I kind of stopped with MCU, but if it's Mofex, I kind of started picking them up. So
right. Yeah. I'm with you. MCU, I feel like I have everyone that I'm gonna need, you know, whether it's Legends wise. I did go figure arts for Avengers for a little bit there, but I think I'm trying to go. I'm like starting to get deeper into, ready for it, comic book figures now, and I just finally cracked him open.
Such a good figure, man.
This is the re-release, and it's just like the black suit, like obviously, so I knew what I was gonna get into, which is why I hadn't opened him up right away.
Yep.
But son of a gun, he is awesome, and I
He's
can't
great.
wait to shoot him. I can't wait to shoot him.
He's great, man.
Yeah,
He's a
like
lot of fun. I just did a shot with him too recently, and I haven't posted it yet. And I don't do a lot of I don't do digital backgrounds a lot, but I know Kevin was on here. So I use his Dio. It's the foreground. And then in the back, I put a cool wall crawling thing photo that I got to do.
That's awesome. So, dude, like the colors of this.
That's my Spidey right there. I like the first release Moth X. I bought like a KO, and he's okay.
I had the KO. Yeah, you know, I ended up setting up the Diggs Figs as a thank you, but part of like a little thank you package when he sent me some stuff. And it turns out he goes, I actually also did that mistake where I bought the knockoff, not realizing. So he's like, but I'm going to pay it forward. I'm like, good, pay it forward.
Yeah, I bought it purposefully, man, because I was like, I'm not spending $200 or whatever it was at the time.
Yeah.
So I bought it, and I used it for until this guy came out, and he finally got retired. So
yeah.
He's
and
great.
You know what? Like, it's good. Like, so Diggs, and for you to like, by having that knockoff, it's just good too for replacement pegs and
100%. I used the one peg for my Joker, my Moth X Joker, because the hand peg broke, so I had to get a small one.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm super that. By the way, the other thing I wanted to show real quick is this whole little Dio thing.
So cool. I was
the McFarlane Bruce Wayne.
So good. I gotta pick this up. I gotta get that. I have the Batcave one.
I have the back. Oh god,
I don't use it enough. I need to. I should take that out. But that looks really cool. I was looking at it the whole time you were talking. I was like, man, this is actually pretty awesome. They did a good job with this.
They did a really, really great job.
The chair and desk are great. The whole setup looks awesome.
Knocked them over.
Spidey.
But it's perfect. And now, like, if I ever need to like expand this, like over here, because this is like a diorama print back here, but I have I have this from Extreme Sets because I have the mansion from Extreme Sets.
Oh yeah, that'll be perfect.
And then I can just throw this to extend. Well, there it is, the wall. You know, like if I needed to throw that back there. But this one didn't come with as much. I have all three. I have the Batcave. I bought the Villain's Lair. By the way, check your Targets. You can get it for like $6 now.
I've been looking. My Target never has anything, and then B, they never clearance stuff. There's literally been Legends from like 8 years ago that are still on shelves there.
Oh my god,
full price. It's ridiculous.
That's insane. They need to do something about that. But yeah, so he didn't come with a ton of things. You know, like as much as like the Villain's Lair came with a lot, Batcave came with a lot. It's like this little dresser back here. There we go, a little dresser.
That's quite a bit though, still for the lamp. Price, man.
Oh, it's for what we do. It's perfect. It really is. Yeah, you know,
I gotta grab that for sure.
But the bat phone, come on, like you need the phone, and then I'm probably gonna paint. I think it was a red button, right? But the head,
it was a red
open.
Button,
yeah. So I got to paint the red in there. But
that's so cool. When I saw the review, and I was like, they actually made it open. That's so great.
It's amazing. So I'm a big fan of this set, and this is my one Alfred figure, and that's all. It's my Michael Caine from the Movie Masters line, and that's all I'm gonna use for right now. Whenever I need him, it's come on, that's all I need.
Nice. Love it.
One day I will look into I don't know. That there's two other ones that I've been keeping my eye on. One is like the Hush from DC Direct, which is still reasonably priced, but then the other one that I really wanted has the 3 Alfred heads, including like the movie version, and it's from the DC multiverse, like the pre-McFarlane. But that guy sells for like 75 or more on eBay. So I've been trying to be good about not going above retail, or I mean, obviously, like that's a grail now. It's like maybe it's a birthday present next month.
Sure. There you go.
Speaking of Batman, real quick, if you don't mind a little segue into Batman Batwing McFarlane talk. Number one, did you get into any of the Flash movie accessories, Batmobile, Batwing, any of the figures, et cetera, et cetera?
I tried to get the Batmobile because I have the Mezco 89 Batman coming.
Ooh, nice.
I tried to get the Batmobile. I failed. So I've been keeping my eye out. But it's McFarlane, and guess what? His distribution is awesome. I will get it eventually. So I'm not too worried. But I didn't get the Batwing. I saw that my buddy Mothrophobia got the Batwing. He has a really cool shot with that, and he used it. But I didn't pick it up. I have enough. I have like 1/12 car, and I have the Spider Buggy, but I have like 6 horses, and my space concerns are like really high right now.
Yeah.
So the bat wing and stuff, I was like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. I don't have anywhere to put it, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, here's my little tale. The day that was announced, I had a really rough day at work. It was just one of those days. And I got home and I beat my family home. So I was sitting on the toilet as we want to do, checking Instagram, and went, oh crap, it's out. I need to, I'm like, this will make me happy. And I ended up going right to McFarlane's site because I had missed, because it was such a crappy day. I hadn't been on my phone all day. So I too missed.
That's where I miss a lot of pre-order sales because of work.
Every single Batmobile listing on all of our major places were all gone. So it was still up on McFarlane. So I was like, screw it. I'm going to get the Batmobile, the Batwing. I'm like, I can't believe this thing is, I'm like, this is a lot of money. But damn it. Like it's coming out in May. It's my birthday present. Screw it. And, there's a guy, another YouTuber on here named Just Incredible, the old DCW guy.
Yeah, that's great.
And TooMuchNewToys sent it to him. And he's like, Yimbo, I'm just gonna, there was a lot of money and you can spend it on other toys. like if you might want to check this out. So I did. And I also made the mistake of watching it with my wife. And she's my conscience, and she does she's very understanding about all of this stuff, and she doesn't give me a hard time ever.
Power to awesome supportive wives, by the way.
Right? Yeah.
Sure.
So she goes, we only ended up watching like half of it. It's like a 23-minute video. Like we watched half of it, and she just goes, hey, like, I know you're excited, but it doesn't seem like $250 worth of money. Like maybe it would be worth canceling it. And I was like, yeah, like the fact that, so he ended up breaking down and he would bring in all these other toys that were around $250. So like the NECA party wagon and all of these, so all these other ones. And I understood what he was saying. Like the fact that it didn't have lights, for instance, something goofy like that. Sure. But like, like there was a lot of fair criticism that the guy put into the video. And he said, even from like the weight, he said it's only like a half a pound more of the Spin Masters. And he's like, don't you know, when you spend this kind of money, you want to feel like you have a hunk of toy in front of you for that kind of price point. So like I said, my wife was like, would you, maybe reconsider? And I was like, no, you're right. And I submitted my thing and I got canceled. And, like I said, I got the email. And then when I was doing some bill stuff before and I saw the refund on my credit card, I went, that felt good. Like even just seeing that number come down, like, oh, all right. Like that brought me joy. And I will tell you, for $40.
I've heard that's such a better deal, man.
For $40.
Yep.
Oh my God, Josh!
It's great.
Now,
space-wise,
it was only 8 inches shorter than the McFarlane. So like, this is still really massive.
Yeah, it's still big. And for $40, it's pretty phenomenal from a price point.
Right, and it's like, it's not as there's literally, this is all it does. My son has been dying to play with it, and like I was like, I'm sorry, kid, like this is a daddy toy, like because I want to hang this on the wall. I don't want to see the stuff. He still gets a little rough with his toys. I'm like, sorry, man. I'm like, I gave him the Keaton Batman, but he's just like, whatever. I want the toy. Like he's on to Bat Wheels. But like like obviously like I can't wait till somebody 3D prints a cockpit in there. You can just sit a guy, like I put McFarlane Nightwing in, just like a little bit of a natural lean back, and he fit where you can see him nicely in there. But that's really great. Like this fit in my dial. Like I had it balanced in here so I could use it. And you're not going to take, at least for me, I can't figure out a way to shoot this as a whole thing, but as a prop, as a piece, as a fight on a wing, and the bottom line is like, I can hang this up on my wall, and it's freaking awesome.
Exactly what I was like. I'd probably just have to hang it on the wall. That's what I do. Yep.
And like I said, $40, it made me happy. Now
there you go.
I'm very big on not dumping on people things to get excited about, and I posted to my story how I canceled it, and a friend of mine, Toy Poppy, reached out, and he's like, "Oh man, I just got mine," And I was like, no. I'm like, I'm not. It was the best decision for me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like I just needed. Like I'm not hating on it. I think there were a lot of cool parts to it. I still would want it, but you know, like for the value, it wasn't there for me. Like I needed to lower that credit card as opposed to getting this toy that would feel similar to this one. You know,
I think you made a smart choice.
Yeah. So
for what it's worth. Yeah.
So he ended up giving me a big review, and his son is 6, and like he and his son had the fantastic time with it. And he said that what he noticed was the detail of like the paint work on it, which, you know, like for him, it was like that was justified in terms of cost and like what goes in the detail. And I was like, well, that's it, man. I'm like, dude, I'm so excited for it. I said, and for me, I'm like, I will probably one day own it, but like I'm gonna end up trying to wait. I can wait months for a price drop, and if it's meant to be, I'll have it, and if not, so that's where I landed on it. But I really do like that, just so you know. But it is a space. It is space. Like until I hang it up on a wall, it's just another thing for me to step over down here.
Yeah. Well, this room is my office as well, so I have to like be cautious with stuff. But because my space, like it's just full. There's no shelf space. Every month, I'm either rotating stuff out or selling stuff off that's been replaced by other things.
Sure,
everybody does this. I'm not
we have to. This is we're toy guys.
Just, there's now I'm at critical finality anytime. So anytime I have a new figure, I'm like, where is this going? You know, all the time. Yep.
Well, that was what helped me out, and you had already been in throwing out boxes. Helped me out was actually throwing out boxes to be able to move things around, and I bought myself some closet space. But now, even then, I'm right back there because I'm a jerk, and I kind of been going nuts the last couple of weeks.
Fill it again. Fill it right up.
Oh, I know. Oh, man. Well, let me get back to the chat, everybody. Oh, with TJ Williams is in the house. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. Let's see. Jay said, do you think if I went on during your segment, if Yimbo would be able to tell us apart? Oh my God. So just so you know, TMNT 1987 and Cody, Too Much New Toys, could be brothers or cousins. Yeah. They like that. Very similar aesthetic. I love you. Let's see. Sorry. So It All Figures, amazing, like also drawing artist on top of his stuff. So I will have to check that after the stream. Yes, awesome. Let's see. Like this is a who's who of the customizing toy photography community here. I love that. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Hasbro must use different factories interchangeably. Like Josh and I, like we don't pretend to know anything about their business end of what they do. You know, like I don't. I just like I don't know what goes into that. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Oh, this is funny. Maybe we already switched accounts. That's too funny. All right. DFW, the legs on the Marvel Legends Classic Baron Zemo figure feel gummy to me. I don't know if anyone else has a problem. That's a figure that I never even opened. I still own it, and I'm happy I have it, but I never even got around to.
I don't recall that figure being a little gummy, but I think it's the first wave of them using the new plastics to where they started seeing a little bit difference. And
dude, Sleepwalker. Did you ever get Sleepwalker?
Yep.
That was the first one where I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. He's still one of my favorites to like look at, but like, their plastics are just not great now. It's unfortunate, but it's like weird because the MCU wins are super great. They're nice hard plastic, but that's what happens. So,
but see, I'm definitely gearing up for, at least mentally. Same thing I say about X-Men all the time, but like I want to shoot more comic Marvel stuff. I did take a lot of my MCU stuff down.
All my MCU stuff is gone, man. I sold most of it. I kept
really?
3 guys. I kept a couple of the Endgame suits. I kept some of my street level people that they didn't make a lot of figures for.
Yeah.
Some big stuff like Ironmonger and like the Hulkbuster armor Iron Man, like that kind of stuff I kept. But everything else gone. I got rid of all of it. Sold it all off. And I don't look back on any of it. I don't miss it at all. Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like stage 1 for me was like putting them in a tub because I haven't shot them in a long time. They were living on a bookshelf for, and then I'm like, this is phase 1. And then if I don't go, it's like the thing with anything, right? Like my wife always goes like, what's in that drawer? I don't know, like a junk drawer. She's like, then go through it now and throw it all out. You haven't touched anything in a year. Like same thing with clothing, it's the same deal. Like if it's just sitting in your house, taking up space, does it bring you joy? Your boys got toys says loves Mayfix. Legends says keep getting a spot on the shelf for them until they make a character. That's true.
Yep.
Plug and play. I've been definitely going harder, like being more selective and enjoying these toys way more when I've gone premium wise. Like I will say I've been so much happier as a collector in 2023.
100%. Sure. And I think that's the same aspect. Like the classic Iron Man as an example, the Legends one was great. Yeah. But when the Mafex one hit, while he's just a little bit smaller in scale, so I do kind of look at that sometimes. That's the quintessential. I'll never have to get another one again. Like even if they put one out, they're like, "Oh, this one has a new head sculpt." It's like, do I need it though? Because this one is like perfect,
Yeah. I'm with you. Let's see. Unworthy says only Mayfix I want is the Jared Leto Joker. Is that the one with the straight jacket arms? Like,
they had a couple. They had that one, and then they had the one like the other costume too. I think there's two of them technically. I could be wrong though. Maybe it's all in one pack, but they did have the one with the straight jacket arms for sure.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Clint says I also just got the Wayne Manor, got it for pretty much free from Target rewards. Nice. That's perfect. See, that's again smart toy collecting shopping. I'm always going to be high-fiving that. So
give it up for that for sure.
Let's see. Oh yeah, your Casey Jones shot with the dumpster is beautiful. Yeah, for sure, dude.
All thanks to Kevin again with his awesome Dio. That was all. Yeah, that was all their Dio. So,
Toy Addicts in the house.
Oh,
he goes,
there he is.
Happy Sunday, fellas. We were talking about you before, Danny. You've been
all bad stuff, by the way.
Yeah, no. Oh, damn. Oh man, he's your boys got toys has that Mattel DC Multiverse Alfred. That's so great. Hang on to that bad boy. Let's see. Wesley says, I guess I'm going to Target tomorrow. I'm always keeping an eye out for accessories. Dude, I'm telling you that. I enjoy all three of those. And Josh, since you have the ubiquitous diorama, I got the expansion pack. I don't know. Do you have just the one or did you do the both?
I bought the expansion too. I didn't buy the one with the LEDs, which I'm kicking myself
up for. Me neither.
But I found a way around that with the cheap little Amazon string lights that are wire that you can bend and move. And you just put it in there and you keep the button on the outside and boom, lights it up. And they're like $4 a piece.
That's brilliant. I have one of those along my
they fit right in.
Like it's right over here. Like I have it. Yeah.
Use like a little blue tack to put them where you want them. Dude, you're good.
Okay. So I love it. I've been actually leaning on a lot lately. And only because I finally like reconfigured it. Like I had it as a little corner thing and it worked well, but not enough for like what I wanted to do. And then I finally said, screw it. Like I need that archway. I need the circle. And then I was using that a lot with, and this is my tip to you, the 66 Batcave. Throw that as the back. It has a little gappage too, and you can throw the lighting in there.
That's a smart idea. Yeah, it's a smart idea.
Dude, it's worked out.
So I used the archway and I extended it, and I had some extra pieces laying around. So I did this the other day, and I made like a little
oh wait, hold on.
I would consider.
Shoot, hang on, hold on. Let me bring you up. Sorry. Because I was going to show you just a quick.
Yeah, no,
real quick. Let's see. Nope, swap it. Ah, there we go. Okay.
So I just did this, and these are in here. I don't have the lights in there right now, but I just did a shot the other day, and I used it as like a prison. So I put like an extreme sets like prison cell thing in front of it, and I did like a US agent is like sitting in here.
Yeah.
So I did like a little like he's like handcuffed in there, so it works really well. It's very versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like these a lot. I am going to take the archway apart at some point and probably like just do something super creative because I haven't done it yet. But yeah, I love that set. It's nice.
It's really it's fantastic. It makes me so happy because like I said, I bought it for like doing Star Wars shots, and then I never end up doing any Star Wars stuff. But then like having the archway like reinvigorated me. So this is here. I'm going to show you. This is a thing a collab I did with Cal the Collector. So here, let me just cue this up. But this is what I'm talking about with having the archway now, and then that's with the 66 Batcave.
Oh, sweet.
Is that showing
that's
up?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's on the smaller screen.
Oh, there we go. There we go. But yeah, see, so there's a 6'6" Batcave with it. And like I love doing this now. And I think I even did it for then I did a Deadpool one like the next day.
You know, I like this picture and I saw it and I knew that it was the ubiquitous on the side, but I
Yeah.
didn't pick up that was the Batcave piece in the back. Now I see it with the red and the
right and the ladder.
Yeah.
Because you know, like a lot of us have it. And now this one I ended up using. This is a diorama print back there, but again with that little bit of a gappage between. I threw an RGB light with the red down.
That's
but
great.
That's yeah. So that was you know just try to showing the versatility of it. But dude, I ended up doing the expansion Friday night. I stayed up to like 2 a.m. building the extra archway. So now I have this massive hallway.
Yeah,
and I'm so excited, man. And I was gonna do a whole back like close it off, and I'm like, screw it. I made a little L, just an L shape, like for single figure. Like if I want to just snap a quick thing for my story, or here's a new figure coming in. But I'm just going to keep using the Batcave and diorama prints as the you know, to close that hole down. And that makes me so happy to have this full blown hallway now. I'm nuts, but it makes
it looks great.
A lot of joy. Awesome. Probably a lot of joy. All right, let's get back to the chat here real quick, everybody. So, P.S. keep my name out of your mouth. We were talking Superman. Danny, I want to say we have a shared love of Christopher Reeves and Superman. I was defending our boy. So
he wasn't. He's lying.
Unworthy says toy out of here cracking his knuckles. That's too funny. Let's see. Figured I'd change up the pace. Oh, all right. I guess that's just part of our little conversation. Sorry. Unworthy. You will be here to the last stream. Oh my god, you guys. Too funny. Let's see. So yeah, Cody says working from home is a godsend for pre-orders and random drops.
It was for sure until they made us go back into the offices again. So it's been like kind of harder. And then even some days working from home, you're just so busy and wrapped up you forget, you know. And I missed a couple pre-orders because of that. Because I was like, oh, I missed it, and I went back to hit it, and it's all sold out. But you get them eventually. That FOMO is real, man. That FOMO is real.
That's why, like I work very, very hard at just telling myself I don't need something. It literally is brain programming. Like I know we see all the pictures and we're like, damn it. But then like it happens every time. Like when the thing comes in, I get super excited. Shoot. But then like there's something else new and shiny, and then I go play with that. So it's just like I keep telling myself if I miss a pre-order, like it's okay. It will come around. If I'm, patience will be rewarded, and it usually does. It really usually does. Sometimes, it might be a year or two, or you just pay what you're willing to pay for it. But I try not to ever.
Or you pay extra, and if you really want it, then you'll really appreciate it more.
Right.
Get hit extra,
Exactly. As long as so I'm just saying it for us and for anyone else listening. It's all good to remind yourselves to just brain program and just got these little.
No, actually, I'm going to scale back. Consume, buy everything. Don't wait. Just spend money, as much money as you have. Everybody.
Yes, by visiting First Strike Figs new merch
yes, store. Exactly. By going to my merch store and buying shirts that you don't need.
And also visiting my Amazon storefront for any of your toy needs.
There you go.
There you go. Little cheap plugs. Let's see. Wait, I get the hype on 20 and other figs. Y'all are playing a different ball game. No, dude, like I said, I have plenty of and I love my legends, You got to just
whole collection is 20 and under figs.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, that's what it is. So it's place for all of it.
Right, exactly. So don't feel any certain way, because in terms of toy photography, just everything you can make look awesome,
Yep.
Wesley says, my fiance is a bad influence. I surely get one. Which should I get? Get both. I love that. Yeah, see, supportive spouses. Yep. That's what we need. Let's see. Unworthy said, pretty mad I didn't pick up that Spin Master Batwing. Dude, check your Target app. Like it's
available.
Still available. And Steph said, I need it. Detour Customs, my man Steph. Seriously. It's on the Target app, shipping from them, and there's like 4 of them in my store. Like they're everywhere. So keep a lookout. Yeah, same thing. Clint saying his Target has them. Check the app, bruh. Check the app. Patman13, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. And yes, this is a good point. We are just more irresponsible.
That's it.
Fiscally irresponsible. That
100%,
is
100%.
Can't stress that enough. Fiscally irresponsible. And then yes, so Machu, so my man Machu, this was also part of the reason I did cancel, because he sent me that video. He in Macy's. So check your. Do you have a Macy's by you?
We do. Yeah, I haven't gone in there. I don't know, a very long time. But I've been checking the app pretty consistently. Trying to see if I can score one. So I'll get one.
Yeah, because the Batmobile, like they started pouring into like different Macy's around, in this, tri-state area, and Machu ended up finding one, and then his Amazon order, which he thought was getting canceled, showed up. So he has, he's like, I have a Batmobile for you. Because again, collectors helping collectors, friends helping friends. High five, Matt. Thank you very much. So he has a Batmobile for me. That was the other reason I could comfortably cancel that order, because it was a big, dude, it was a big order. I had the Batwing, a Batmobile, and the Keaton Batman. Yeah. But like I said, it felt really good knowing that Matt was helping me out, and
that's what matters.
Getting that refund. Refund was nice. Wade said Batwing on the ceiling. There's plenty of space up there. That's true. That would be a way if I did want to run the fishing lines down. To definitely get some more photography done in this area. But yeah, I have to figure it out. I got to figure it out. Ceilings are the forgotten storage frontier.
They are.
I see. The problem is I would need something that I could take down if I when I get inspired for a picture or an idea comes to mind. Like I need to immediately, like I said, take a figure off the shelf and be able to start setting it up. I can't start digging around. Like my time is limited when I have little 4-year-olds yelling at daddy to, for whatever their need is, which I'm happy to oblige, but I'm also trying to set up a toy picture. So it's a lot of running up and down the stairs.
Yep.
Let's see. Clint says doing that when I actually put the ubiquitous set together. Dude, I'm telling you, it's a great idea. When that 66 Batcave came out, I think all of our feeds got flooded. I was using it all the time. And just now finding creative ways to hide things,
but things together. Yep.
Yeah. Jay says, first strike this weekend. Wife is, what is it? See, I'm so old. What is TTY? TTY this week. Talk to you later. No, what is TTY? I have no idea.
Oh, he's leaving. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Oh yeah. Because I'm doing the interview with.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm doing an interview with those guys as well.
Yes.
Excited about. So yeah. Yep.
Oh, dude, I sat down with them last Tuesday, and they are a blast, and it was a lot of fun. You and I both can talk. So 12 minutes was hard, right? This is for Behind the Plastic.
Yep.
Yeah. 12 minutes, man. I'm telling you, we're
gonna be a thing. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Super awesome here from you fellas. Keep up the awesome work. Of course, man. No, thank you. Thanks, man. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's awesome. Cody says wires and magnets, an elaborate hanging support system. Yeah, it's tempting, man. It's tempting. But I think I just want to hang it. It's got the spot. Going back to this, I mean, it has the landing gear. Like that can that can
100%.
hold a nail, right? Look at that. The wheel could hold it. It's super light. It is like there's not much to it. It's not much to it. But I love it. I love it. Seriously, did you ever have the Batwing growing up? I didn't. I didn't have the Batmobile either. The convertible Toy Biz one or
no. Anything that was more than like the $4 or $5 retail figures, I did not have anything of that.
Dude, I had Christmas and birthday, and I would get like the one figure. Or like Christmas, I remember when I got the 1 year that I had the Ninja Turtles. I had lost my mind because I got 4. You get
the Ninja. Yeah, it's amazing. But,
so no, I'm with you. I didn't have any vehicles, any play sets. I had like whatever
if I did, they were like
hand-me-downs. Like that's what I was gonna say
and stuff. Yeah. So that was it.
This is definitely I fully being self-aware, like fully understand where all of this came from. This is from childhood, and if anything, now I'm trying to be very careful with my kids, like not to spoil them and to but I life is short. So like when we go out to Target, I try to be like, oh, all right, here's a Mario toy. Like, go nuts, kid. Because like I didn't have that, and if like
yeah, exactly, I
we
would
could
be.
swing it.
Me and my wife decided we didn't want children or anything, so we don't have any
Mhm.
kids. But I have 100% feeling that if I did that, that's what would happen.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's
our niece gets spoiled very badly,
and that's
because of
okay.
that
Yeah.
reason.
Oh
Yep,
my God.
yep.
So you're a toy uncle. That's perfect.
Yeah, it gets real bad. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun, man. It's fun. Like and that was pre-kids. That's all I did is the toy uncle was just showering all of my nieces and nephew with
Yep.
various toys and action figures.
Oh yeah.
Please like what I like. Here's superheroes. Oh man, this has been a blast. So dude, what you said you were gonna have some like recent favorite
Oh yeah.
toys laying around, or
So I got a couple recent things. I went to a toy show for my first time ever.
nice. Okay.
It was in Washington, which is only 35 minutes away from me.
Okay.
And I was looking for a very specific figure. Was the Walgreens exclusive Obi-Wan in the clone armor Black
Oh
Series.
yeah.
I couldn't
Okay.
find it, so I just got the cheaper version, the Black Series Obi-Wan in the clone armor, which is nice. But I wanted the one with like the cloth goods and stuff like that. But I didn't get it. But I got this one, and I only spent like $20 at a stand, which I was really excited about. I also had gotten that Casey Jones there.
Oh, nice.
I recently though spent a little bit more than I wanted to because it's out of print, but I got a NECA Henrietta from Evil Dead. So I'm super pumped on her. I just did a shot with her today because I got inspired by watching Evil Dead Rise. So I was like, I gotta get that figure. So I went out and got that. And then I gotta always rep my Mythic Legions love. So I got Lady Avalona.
Oh,
my favorite of that line by far. I like Dubin. He's great with like his cloth goods, but her paint job and stuff on her face is just phenomenal. So I got her. And then this is my why did I spend this much money figure? Because it's hard to get. Is I finally got Mezco Death Dealer. So
wow.
Yeah, I spent a little too much on him, but he was like one of my bucket list items. So
hey, dude.
Yeah, I got him finally. So a little bit more than I wanted to do, but you know, here we are.
Treat yourself. You gotta treat yourself. Like I said, you know, like but then you'll use him. That would like you're fired up, and he would go well with Mythic Legions. You know, like
I have to stop myself because all my shots recently, I'm like, I just want to use Death Dealer. I took the normal like Death Dealer on his horse photo. I had to do the cliche, so I haven't posted it yet, but that's coming. So I have that, but I've also taken a couple other shots with him. I gotta stop. So yeah, it's I have a theme month this month. It's called Monster Mash. So I'm very clever. If
I think so.
But I did it last year, and I posted a monster style photo like every day of the month. So I'm going to try to do that again starting tomorrow. So I will have a hashtag for it, and if anybody wants to join in, I'm going to randomly give somebody one of the t-shirts from my store. So
there you go.
Do a drawing at the end of the month.
Very cool.
It's almost to Halloween, about midway there. So we're almost there. And let's bring the spooky stuff out. So
I like it. All right. Very cool. All right. So everybody, if you need ideas, that's what all these, hashtags and things that are, again, these are all just to I love doing them, like, again, who gets pulled, for instance, like something that I've done with Path and Tuscan, like, just, hey, if you need an idea one day, if you're like, sometimes, again, ebbs and flows of creativity, jump on one of these. Our boy Toy Addict 17, that you could cross promote, dude, Death Dealer, Black and Wednesday, Touch of Blue this month.
Oh yeah,
like, come on, get that Death Dealer in there on a Wednesday.
Might already be happening.
You're like, all right, I'm like I had to tell you. I know.
Yeah.
By the way, Cody said, "Jesus, that's gruesome for that one toy." The horror stuff, man. Like, I can respect it, but I always am like commenting on Toy Addict stuff, like, "Oh my god, the heebie-jeebies," or that's so creepy. Like, I've not been
for you.
I can watch the stuff. I watch it, but like, I can't like look at it like as like a toy in my house. I just can't. But again, I respect it. I respect the fandom. And Zach, obviously, you guys excited? There you go. Oh yes. And then Wade, thanks for coming out tonight. Very much appreciated. So we said, oh yes, nice. All right, and then Let's see, Josh, dude, you and Death Dealer were made for each other.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing. And once I wasn't collecting Mezcos when that was first up for pre-order. So I missed the pre-order because I didn't even know it was a company. So when it finally came out, I was like, I need that. I need that so bad. And I almost bought the TB League one, but the TB League is like kind of small. They scale weird. And I was like, no, F it. I'm just going to keep selling stuff until I get enough on Macari or something, and somebody's going to sell it. And eventually it happened, and I picked it up. So
that's great. That's great. No, shoot the hell out of it. Because if you're excited, just
I'm gonna, got to.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I like to remind people too, because like sometimes, like I get in like the ubiquitous set, like I fired off a bunch of stuff in a row. People are just excited to see your work, and nobody cares. Like I'm just saying, nobody is like worrying about like I use the same backdrop each time. No, just enjoy, shoot the hell out of that figure. I'll take a whole month of them, man. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever you can come up with, dude.
Maybe that'll happen next. Yeah.
And let's see, Clinton saying he's definitely going to participate in your tag. That's amazing.
Please do.
And I love it, Wade. Yimbo Spider-Man's everything. Hashtag family. That's it. Hashtag we are Groot. Have a great night, Wade. D Blake Megs, thanks for joining us tonight, man. Appreciate it. And look at that, enabled. Not that I try to do that.
Yeah.
But I do.
Well, I just ordered a T-shirt from him, so we should have a couple bucks. So
there we go.
Unworthy just launched his store too. So everybody
beautiful.
Go to Unworthy's, buy a shirt. He has cooler merch than I do because he has got a cool logo. So go buy a shirt so he can get his Batwing and not feel as bad about it.
Let's see. Is his link up here? Let me check here.
He did a reel for it today. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well then, hold on. Then let's do. Did I miss the reel? I missed it. Here we go. Yeah, all right, here we go. Love, support the boys. Here we go. So here's Unworthy's reel coming up. So again, as we are plugging everybody, hey, help out who you can help out. Here we go, baby. So
welcome to a brand new beginning, you sorry shit. Now's not the time for fear. And to kill the other guy. That comes later.
Look at those leggings.
Yeah, right?
Spicy leggings.
All of that chit-chat's gonna get you hurt.
Today
that's great.
Was a productive damn day.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So there we go. Some more awesome merch out there. I definitely might need to get one of those. But as a former, blog entry member, when I did a multiverse mashup thing with Toy Father, I might have to pick myself up a Masters Class shirt. That's awesome. I just bought the Unworthy yoga pants. LOL.
There we go.
That's awesome. And yeah, man, no, that's fantastic, dude. So this is great. I love it. I love seeing everybody. But again, there's so much space on the internet as we continue as to grow. There's so silly that there's no competition. Everybody should just
go do it.
We need to hit that mainstream market. We are still underground. We are still Banksy, damn it.
Exactly. He and I were talking today. He's like, I didn't want to drop my store the same day you did. So I was like, dude, who cares? Like, drop it whenever you want, and it's really cool to see people like getting their stuff out there. And if like you got cool stuff to put out, get it out. Yeah. Even if it's not cool and you want to do it, who gives a shit?
Right. If you were proud of it, you put it out there, it's going to resonate with people. And like I said,
do you, man.
I'm still trying to get all of us to tap into the mainstream crowd. Like that's what we need, the casual toy audience. That's why when you look at, shelf reels, shelf picks, hand picks, those are the ones that always typically blow up because it's tapping into not just toy photography, but the collector market. And the collector market,
which is completely different. It's very different, but yeah. Yep.
So as we continue to connect all of these Venn diagrams, and like I said, I'm always flying the flag for toy photography out in the real world, just being like, this is the thing I do. I take this and then I can make it look like blah, so yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. What else do we want to do? Anything else tonight? I do have always so much stuff around me, but I don't know, man. We have Cody's video we can rock out.
I was gonna say we gotta check out Cody's video. I'm very excited about it.
Let's do it. So everybody, as always, I'm going to tell you number one. What was I gonna tell you? No, thank you, everybody.
What day is it?
This is just a pre. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out tonight in the chat. Just a quick reminder to hit the like button. And if you do, have not already followed First Strike Figs, please do so when you get that opportunity. And now we're going to check out Too Much New Toys, Cody's page. You can subscribe to him on YouTube. He's one of my featured channels right on the main page, but also he's on TikTok and Instagram. Let's check this out. He's always getting me to send the goofiest little selfies and videos to him for these videos. And this may have taken the cake. this might have been my goofiest one yet. So I'm very excited about it. So here we go. We'll be able to comment live as we are going through it. I just want to make sure, get that full screen. And then let's see if I can do this real quick, like so.
Already very exciting. Just
all right, yes, all right. So I have the split screen, I have the chat up. This way we'll be able to keep chatting along, and I'll be able to pause it as we need to. But oh wait, no, this is the wrong one. Hang on. Hang on.
This is very interesting. What is
that is my video, but that's what I shared to Cody. Damn it! Hold on, I had the wrong one. Give me a second. Oh, knucklehead. Hold on. Cody. Where is Cody? Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is too funny. Okay. Yeah. Well, I spoiled the Batman look. All right, sharing this over here. My bad. Just click it around. And let me just do this one more time. Okay. All right. We should be somewhat good now, I think.
All right.
Right? Good, everybody? We're good? Full screen? Okay. Sure.
Thank you, Yimbo. Tonight we have a special treat. Mikey is Batman from Batman.
Oh, come on, internet.
We're buffering. The modem hasn't the modem's still dialing in.
Tonight we have a special treat. Mikey is Batman from Batman versus the TMNT from DC Collectibles. This was originally a previews exclusive from San Diego Comic-Con 2019. Only 10,000 units made. There was a full line exclusive to GameStop. This back of the box picture is only missing Ra's al Ghul and Shredder. This was sculpted by Jonathan Matthews. And let's get this guy out of the box to our favorite part, the cutting of the ties.
In Batman, there's only one tie.
They've gone mad with power. Only one tie is very suspicious.
So what do we do, Yin Batman?
Act normal. You'll cut the tie and speed up the video in the background, like you always do.
But won't they? When he does that.
Okay.
It's so good they don't even need the tie. So a little Yimbo magic. Shout out to Yimbo Batman. It originally went for $34.99. Picked up on eBay for $70, which isn't too bad considering the normal going rate is well above that. So hey. First off, check out how wild this cape is. It's a cloth cape with no wires, but there is so much cape. I love it. You're going to go with the cape. Give us a ton of cape. This is a perfect Batman cape, in my opinion. Some wires would be nice, but otherwise, 10 out of 10. Just the way it can surround him and hang off of him. It's so good. I really love that they went this wild with the cape. And then looking at the figure itself, some great detail here. It's straight out of the animated movie. Got the M on the belt, everything. They did an impeccable job. The shoulder movement, pretty nice. And it's interesting. You can't really see any of the pins or the jointage there. So it works just good. Single jointed elbows. Not too shabby. Again, the TMNT, they're kind of limited by those pads. The hands are pretty normal. The legs, great flexibility there. They kick forward. They don't really kick back because his little turtle butt shell blocks it. Double jointed legs. These are pretty stiff. Not going to lie, given the rarity of this figure, I did consider heating it up, but nope, forced it. Team No Heat strikes again. The feet are pretty good. Tons of rocking, tons of articulation. Really like it. Flipping it to the back, I really love the detail on the shell, the depth to it. It's just a fantastic sculpt. Really love what they did here. Comparing him to Surfer Mikey for some size and Mirage Mikey. So he's a shorter dude. As we check out the accessories, he has this like pizza painted manhole cover stand. Not really a stand. It doesn't have any pegs to fit into his feet. He just literally sits on it. We got a slice of pizza, of course, pretty nice. 2 open posing hands, pretty good. And then 2 thumbs up hands. So he's short on the accessories, but it's such a neat figure. Don't really mind. I am a little iffy on the way the hands work. This joint, I don't know. It's not beefy enough for how much force you need to put on there. It's kind of weird. I'm a little nervous of it breaking. I think I've seen some of that online. So I'm just going to be really careful. It slides on pretty much like you would expect. It's a little weird. It's a little tweaky. There we go. Here's the other hand. You can kind of tell what I mean. It's oddly stiff for such a weak, small joint. But hey, we
Yeah, be
made it
careful
out
with that.
alive. Here he is, looking good, looking happy. It's such a fun figure. He's so thrilled to put on. Oh, don't worry. He's okay. Thumbs up, everybody. Then here he is next to Nightwing. I like the scale because I like my turtles to be short kings. I only wish he could really hold the pizza. It falls out, but great figure.
Oh, that's awesome, Cody. Thank you so much.
Super great review. He does great with those too. It's phenomenal.
Thank
but
you,
I will
dude.
say, your Batman is very, very Nolan-esque. You did a good job.
I appreciate it. I said I have Cody goes because he actually nailed that voice. I'm like, it's basically my one of one impression that I can do. Every other voice I try, I horribly butcher, and I can't like. But
awesome.
That Batman, I can do that.
It's great. Yeah, it's so good. I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Yeah. We're missing. Oh, Cody. No, thank you, man. And he even went to the mustache for the Commissioner Gordon look.
It's very good. It's very good.
But man, that is a very tempting figure to look for. I mean, God, did NECA also do one of those Dark Donnies? They did, right? The NECA had one.
I thought they did. I actually didn't even know this whole line existed. I think I've seen like pieces of like. I thought they were just like one-offs, but to see that whole lineup on the back of that package, I was like, wow, they did a whole bunch of those. Those are really good looking too.
And that's in 2019. It was right before I like really got into figure collecting again, outside of just like collectible things here and there.
I was only doing Legends in like 2019, so I didn't even look at other stuff. I remember seeing a Jason Voorhees NECA NES, the NES coloring. In GameStop multiple times. That thing is like $200 now. So like, and now I want it, of course.
All right, of course, naturally. Just like this figure. So well, Cody, I'm glad you're able to get that for 70, because again, that was for the time period and like when you showed off some of those other ones. And again, if it brings you happiness, if it brings you joy, and it certainly seems like it did, man. But let's see. Yeah, the Dark Turtle Batman Donnie. Okay, so I thought there was one. I remember somebody at a toy show. I think it was like selling it for like $125, and I was like, I shouldn't do that. But again, $70 for that one. That's all of a sudden. I want to look on eBay. Let's see. Yimbo, can you do the Bell voice? McFarlane, cancel my Batwing bundle.
It's very good. It's very good.
Oh my God. So Machu with the great job, Cody. Yeah, man. Back in the day, these things could get clearance at GameStop. Isn't it so funny if you had a time machine for some of these things that and again, can't say it's totally worth it, but hell, I love it. Good. That's all that matters, Cody, that this is something that you get to look at and enjoy. And yeah, you should do. I keep trying to push him every once in a while. I go, you should take more like toy photography pictures. Get tapped into it. I'm telling you, because he does such a great job as like toy personality, toy analyst. Like he's more of like he's into the collector, whereas we're into the toy photography realm of toy collector. He's in the toy collector world, like over on TikTok. He's got a really great community over there that he's grown. So. I mean, every once in a while, just like, come on, man, help me. To talk to me. I'll give you whatever I know. I don't know much, but I'll tell you what I know. Start taking some toy pictures. Let's bring these people over, cross promote. Let's go.
Love it.
But dude, this has been a blast tonight, man. I mean, I do have
fun.
other stuff. I have like one of these days, but I'm starting to feel the fading of. Are you into any of the wrestling figures?
I wasn't, and then I ended up buying a Hulk Hogan Ultimate.
Okay.
I thought of all the possibilities for toy photography, and I haven't taken a single shot of him. But I also bought a Shinsuke Nakamura Ultimate. My wife bought it for me because it was on my list. And I have a Shotzi because she just is super cool. So I think that's it. I have a Macho, but that's it. I had to stop because growing up, I had a lot of wrestling figures, and I'm already scared. I'm already over the deep end, and I can't open up to another.
It's another dude. That's where like I've stuck to ultimates, and then not even like every ultimate. Like I've had to say no to myself a lot. Right now, the Eddie Guerrero, we're starting to see like the more of the photos coming out of that Eddie, and I know people are mocking the torso, but that's like when he was on his main event run. You haven't seen that figure yet?
No, I'll have to take a look at it. Are they
Oh, it was
mocking because he's all? Is it when he's all jacked up, Eddie?
he's super like it was his
Max.
championship run, max to
Max.
the kind of roided out to the gills.
Yes,
We
gassed
know.
up. Yeah, he's gassed up a little bit. Yeah.
So like people are like, that's an interesting choice of buck, and it's like no, but when you look at him at that era,
he was huge in that era, dude. He was
shredded.
big.
Yeah,
he was real big.
Like when he beat Brock for the undisputed title, that's what it is. The whole Latino heat and leading up to
such a good run too.
WrestleMania 20. Remember the hug with he shall not be named.
Yeah, I'll admit, man, I teared right up when that happened. That's
me too, dude.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So like I'm very selective with my ultimates, and I'm really bad at it. Like my wrestling group chat. I love talking to everybody about it.
I saw it. My Target never gets anything, but they get wrestling figures, which is weird.
Yeah.
But I saw that AJ Styles the other day. I was like, oh, almost bought it.
Unworthy just took a great shot with the gloves, with the AJ
I saw
gloves.
It. Yeah, he did a great job.
And man, like this one's great too because it has 3 different head sculpts. It's got the stoic. That's what's so nice about these because it has here. If I just throw this back up real quick, but it has the stoic and then the smile. Let's see if I go this way. Whoop. And then the swooping hair. That's the one. I mean, you thought, but man, the phenomenal forearm.
Yep.
Come on, so good. And then same thing with Razor. I've got down there and a Brett. I just got to unbox it. I wasn't sure if. What else? Like I said, I just had a lot of crap at my feet to pull up and see where the conversation took us. But this has been an absolute honor and a blast, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight.
Same to you. Thanks for having me. And it's really awesome to get to talk to you one-on-one and just kind of shoot the proverbial poop a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm super proud of what you're doing for the community and for your show. And it's just really nice to see that. And I wish you nothing but continued success with it. And I know you will. So yeah, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you.
This has been a blast. So if I may real quick get into the week plugs of just trying to get the word out for the various different shows that friends are on throughout the week. So tomorrow night is Toy Talk at 8:30. So again, one of the featured channels on my page, but it's with Toy Father, Toy Addict 17, Cox Create, and No Chewing. They have on one of my longtime toy photography buddies, McSwain Photography. So Isaiah will be joining them. So can't wait for that. He was one of the early when I started Yimbo Buys Everything, like came on with me. And we talked about my first Mezco Moon Knight purchase. And I love Isaiah, and his stuff is so great and creative. So that's going to be awesome. So 8:30 tomorrow night, Eastern Standard Time. We know Trevor 16 Shooter has shows Tuesday, Thursdays, with Legion's Lounge. Wednesday night, we have Machu Toy and Jay Shot with Between Two Sentinels. And then that will lead into the Toy Pick Community Top 10 at 8:45 with the Toy Daddies. So me, Toy Father, and No Chewing. This is where I try to like get the main shows. And I'm like, I promise it's just a matter of it being late at night. Do you remember anybody else that you watched that you want to shout out? I mean, like I've watched so many
shows.
Like check out Captain McKay's YouTube channel, guys.
I would also make Black Pear Studios did his BTS Relax for the month. He did a couple really cool shots for that and partnered up with me and Way Snaps, who's just phenomenal, and Mothrophobia, who's just on another level altogether. We're going live next Friday night to talk through cool submissions for that, which will be cool too. But this week, I primarily watch a lot of your shows, your guys' group shows, because of time, unfortunately. So, but yeah, I think those are the ones I know offhand.
Sure.
And then Unworthy has his podcast and stuff.
That's right. That's right. Cool. Unworthy. Yep.
Even though he just always sends me really strange DMs, like, "Hey, can you send me your address?" and like just weird stuff. So just be cautious when listening to Unworthy. But I kid. He's an amazing person. And so that's right. Check out Unworthy's YouTube channel. Throw him a sub as well if you haven't already. I enjoy, was it Toying Around's YouTube channel? I haven't really talked to Kevin much, but I do get to check them out. And Yoko, Toy Migos. So of course, Toy Migos is another really awesome one. Chat Migos Assemble. So again, the Chambo was in here before. And that actually reminds me real quick, everyone. My man Lago Figs
So Lago, let me just bring up his account. I had him on a couple weeks ago. He's one of my toy hunting buddies, like my Mezco dealer. He is running his first ever raffle. So I'm just gonna put this up real quick so you guys are aware. He went to the Tamashi Nation pop-up store. So he's doing a raffle for the Miles figure. So it's $8 and this figure could be yours. So as you can see, there's still some limited spots left. But just so you know, $8. So there you go. I told Lago, like, I fortunately, again, thanks to TooMuchNewToys being now my figure arts dealer and Batmobile dealer. So otherwise I would have been jumping into this because I saw on Friday Machu and Jay Shot hung out with me on my on both of our channels. We did a little simulcast and he unboxed them coming back right from the
very cool
the pop-up store. So just letting everybody know, I told Dave I wanted to help get the word out on that. And yeah, I think that's it. Josh, fantastic, man. Let's just do that. We'll say goodnight. Here we go. So great show, dudes. Remember, it's a minimum effort Monday at work. State testing tomorrow, bro.
Nice.
Carlos is saying that Eddie is a must. Zach, thank you so much for hanging out tonight.
Thank you, Zach.
And I do have to do that. And then I got the Bane too. I could do a pretty decent Bane, but I'm at the end of 2 hours of talking.
I do a decent Bane at night when I have to use my sleep apnea mask. So my wife always makes fun of me because we'll be talking and I'll try to say something back and I'm wearing the sleep apnea mask and then she always goes, "A man's wife of his life, Mr. UPS." And then she always laughs at me. So that's the only time I can do it, though. Yeah.
Right. Well, look, Machu asked for the Bale voice, but here, maybe I did the Bale voice before. McFarlane, cancel my Batwing bundle. This one I could do the... Wait, first I always had to set it with like a citizens of Gotham. Oh, that's like, Todd, why is it gray? It should come in black. I could get those two with some finagling. But again, thank you guys. Thanks, and again, this is just two men's journey from the toy aisles and shooting toy pictures. And just thank you very much. I think I could speak for both of us because Josh is the man. But I know from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for choosing to spend part of your life hanging out with us, talking about toys. And you know what? Have a great rest of your Sunday night, everybody, and an awesome start to your week. I'll see you. Peace.